I'm going to give him the call. Hello, I am calling Bagzmystro. I actually haven't called him yet. All right, here we go. Beep, 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 beep. Bleep, bleep. Blip, 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 blip. Oh, that was prompt. Hey, what's up, my dude? Oh, you
How's it
looking
going, gorgeous?
You looking fine. See, I get a little sneak peek before everyone else gets to see
Yeah,
that.
mate.
That color, I was actually watching your VOD,
Yep.
and you referred to that color as I think pink white.
Yeah, it's like pink white, man. It's like it's a really light pink.
Is it? Did you make that color up, or is that like what they branded as a pink white?
I think they just branded as pink, mate.
Oh, you see? Oh, I'm
honest.
already liking this. See, we're going to get an insight to the mind of Bagzmystro.
Oh, God, here we go.
Goodness, let me just fix this scene up and get it ready for the masses.
Yep, no worries, buddy.
But how you been feeling? What's been happening, dude?
Yeah, really good yourself, man.
Oh, my God. I've been so pumped. The podcast has been going so damn well. Couldn't ask for anything better.
That's what you want.
100%, dude. I feel very blessed that people have been jumping on and showing me love, and I was very excited when you were like, yeah, dude, let's do it.
Why not? Why not,
bro? 100%. All right, I am pretty much ready to get. Oh, you looking good in that little. Let me
just get my moustache ready, mate. Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna have questions about that, Mo. I'm gonna have some questions. How could I not? I've got some questions. I've got some questions about your face.
Okay.
I know that sounds weird.
That is kind of weird.
It's a little bit like...
We'll go with it. We'll go with it.
Yeah, 100%. I've never asked someone about their face. But that's where this... quickly, I should probably ask, how's he sound, everyone? Is he sounding good? Does he sound loud? Does he sound quiet?
Yeah.
Give me the 411. How's he sound before we get into it? How's his voice sound? He's got quite the... Actually, say a few things for me, Bag.
My name's Bags, and I like to eat spaghetti on the weekends.
And that's a world first exclusive hot take on.
It is.
Yeah, no, you've never told anyone that. Okay,
never ever.
Already getting exclusives. Everyone, welcome to the MattyAP podcast for Friday. My boy, Bagzmystro, how you doing, dude?
Yeah, really good, man. How are you? How's everyone in chat?
Oh yeah, how's everyone in chat? Oh, they're giving the thumbs up. They're excited. So you're a little bit nervous.
I don't know why. I stream all the time on my own stream, and here I'm just like shaky.
Oh really?
Yeah.
You're actually shaky.
Well, sweaty.
Oh,
might be because it's
sweaty.
warm.
Yeah, 100%. That's a Dragon Ball Z mug.
Sure is, mate.
Is that one of the color changing ones?
No, I wish.
Oh goodness.
Sounds like some logos.
Are you a big Dragon Ball Z fan?
Can you see the stuff behind me, mate?
Am I not observant? Yeah, apparently. Look at us. We're in sync now. Okay, well there you go. Are you a big collector of figurines and stuff? Like, are you big? Like, do you have you seen some of the ones that are out there? They make those big what would you call, like, dioramas where they're like scenes from the but they're like $600+.
Yeah, no.
Have
I can't pay for that. I can't pay for that.
Yeah,
I get like the $20 ones from Zing.
See, the thing is, but they're not that bad. Like Band Presto, they make some damn good ones for under $40, and it's crazy the quality, because I've seen figurines that are like in well over $100, and they just don't have that quality. Like it's weird. I don't know. I don't know if I just like cheaper. There's something about them.
No, these ones are actually super. Like, I don't know if I can like put it up closer to the camera.
Yeah, do it.
These are like such good quality for like the price you pay.
Yeah, it's pretty wild, man. And they're always like really good poses and whatnot.
Yeah.
What was I going to say about Zing, bro? They don't sell much anime anymore.
No, they dipped out of
animes. Are you a big fan of all that stuff? Like, do you just go in on nerd culture like 100%, or are you more anime focused? Because I'm not really. Are you into like Marvel and all that?
Yeah, well, I have heaps of Marvel comics down here. You can't really see. But it's like a whole set.
See that one. That's left field. I couldn't see that. Because I never really get into. I feel like when it comes to like my nerd kind of mindset, it's really focused on like anime and stuff like that. I feel like I, for some reason, just can't get into like comic book culture and Marvel stuff. I don't know what it is. But I'm glad to see we've already hit.
Costs a lot of money.
No, I've tried to watch like the movies and whatnot, and I just can't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know what? I struggle with long movies. I struggle with long ass movies. My attention span just isn't there. I feel like I can't, like, like the Transformers movies.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get amongst them?
I've probably watched them maybe once or twice each, and that's
I thought
probably
you were about to
it.
say I probably watched it like 1,000 times over.
Nah,
Yeah, because I don't think I've ever gone through one. Yeah, Bronx, I'm the
Really?
same. I just can't get through them. Yeah, I don't know, dude.
To each their own. To each their own.
Yeah, 100%. What's on your jacket, by the way? Your hoodie.
Oh, it's Mickey Mouse, man.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah.
Have you got any merch of your own? Have you like delved into the world
No,
of
not
like
yet.
making merch? Are you thinking about it?
I'm a little baby streamer, mate. I can't have merch.
But here's the thing: do you believe that? Because a lot of streamers have merch when they're like before they get 100 followers. Do you think merch is
100
obsolete?
followers, what?
Yeah, but do you think merch is obsolete? I mean, I don't have any merch, but I've definitely thought about it for a long time. Do you think it's obsolete, or do you think it's a great way of?
Nah, if I was going to make merch, I'd put like so much effort into it. It'd have to be like top quality.
Almost
it wouldn't just be like an emote or something or my logo. It'd have to be something crazy.
Almost like it's its own streetwear label.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. Like for me, I think I always go, yeah, it'd be sick to have like a merch line for my stream, but then I'm like, but I don't want it to be like just the MattyAP or like like the MattyAP. People are gonna be like, what's the MattyAP brand? You know what I mean? Like I want it to be like Cactus Cold or something, like something a bit more.
Yeah, you could definitely do something with Cactus Cold.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, like having it. But man, I feel like the startup on that, it's almost sometimes hard enough just to keep a stream going and all that stuff, which I wanted to talk to you about because I got a bone to pick. Where you been? I haven't seen you live for a while. I think you took a bit of
been live.
You went on holidays
like
for a
4
while,
weeks.
and
No, it's not holidays, man. It's uni started.
because I thought you went to Queensland for a hot minute.
But we streamed then, and then when I got back, I still streamed for a bit.
Okay,
and then uni started. It's just like I just don't have time.
Yeah, shit.
Just
What's the balance like when you start uni? Because I know you're doing a Masters of Teaching, I believe.
Yeah, Masters of
which is
Education.
wild, dude. How long does that course go for?
It's only 2 years. It's only
2 years. Only 2 years. God damn. I feel like if I started a course now, I mean, I'm 30, almost 32. I'd be almost dead by the time I finish it. God,
You get it done, mate.
I'm like stressed, bro. I did film and television at TAFE because I was a TAFE scrub. TAFE here, like I don't know.
I did TAFE. We all go there.
Yeah, 100%. I did 2 years there, and my God, but I was doing that at nights, like 3 nights a week, and I'd work full time during. It's rough, man. Do you work like a part-time job as well, or is it like study and?
It's part-time, but I only have 3 days off a fortnight.
Wow, so it's pretty much full time.
Yeah, practically.
How do you balance all that? Like, because I know so many people are in that position where they're streaming. I mean, I know I never had to study while streaming. I worked full time while streaming when I started. Yep. What's like the balance in that? Like, how do you keep that up? Even just work and study. I can't imagine it because I feel like days go so quick and weeks go so quick.
Extra fast now.
Like, how do you manage to keep on top of all that shit?
Barely.
Yeah.
It's like pretty much work all day, come home, study, go to bed, go to uni, then come home, study, go to work, come home, study, go to uni.
Wow.
That's practically all it is.
Do you love it, or is it saying you just?
It's good for now. Like, I want to drop to casual, and I've applied for Centrelink. It sounds bad, but it's like
that's the.
I want to use it for a good thing, a good cause.
Here's the thing, Centrelink, right? I've never been on like the doll or used Centrelink, but I think for like that's the thing. If you're working towards something that's going to help society, there's nothing wrong with that. And I think Centrelink's made more so for those kind of situations. But what's your stance on Centrelink as a whole? Like people, and if anyone don't know what Centrelink, it's pretty much benefits for people that like welfare. For people that need a bit of assistance while they're obviously not able to work as much because studying or whatnot. But people seem to have wrought that system, dude, and it shits me off. Like that shit. It's
people just use it because they're lazy, and if you use it for that, then it's like a terrible thing. But if you use it because you have to use it, then I don't see the point of not using it. Because
in a way, it like you said, it sounds bad, right? You're like, oh, it sounds bad. Like I know it sounds bad, but it sounds. The thing is, in your mind, you feel like you have to say that because of the people that have like given it this negative connotation, which sucks.
Negative
like
stigma.
Yeah, exactly. Which it kills me because there's so many people that need Centrelink to get to where they are because they're working towards something.
Yep.
And it's that little bit of assistance, but then so many people wrought it and give it this bad name, and it just kills me, dude, because it's like even at times where I'd felt like, oh shit, maybe I could just do with that. I felt like I couldn't bring myself to it. Obviously, I never really got to the stage, but I thought if I needed to, because of all the people that I feel like I see, because I come from like not a slums area, but I come from a bit of a bogan area where there's like housing commission and whatnot. You see a lot of like the people that are around that are on that stuff, and a lot of people are like, you know, they're in it, they use it for the right reason, but some people, man, they rot that shit.
Yeah, some people just use it for their benefits. I remember when it used to be like when you had a kid, it used to be on Centrelink and they just pay you out for like a year. Yeah. And then people were just popping out a baby every year.
Yeah, and they were doing the baby bonus for a while as well. And it's like a way to incentivize all the kids are like, I can make a couple of hundred. Just like, what I will have to do is like poop out a baby. That sounds terrible. Beat on me. Oh shit. God. Don't clip that. Whenever you say don't clip that, it's pretty much like an indication.
100% clip.
It's like people are like, oh wait, should I be clipping this and spreading it virally to make this person look bad? Have you ever had that? Look, I know you have a viral as fuck clip, dude. Like 18,000. I was watching it again last night. I remember when it happened. Have you seen people? Okay, so for context, I won't show it on stream. If you guys want to see it, you can suss it out. If you go to Bags, make sure you follow Bags. By the way, make sure you go to his Twitch and check him out and give him a follow. Stream. Nah, you will. I believe.
Yeah, I'll come back.
100%. And go check his top clip of all time. There's you get obviously like not legitimately mad, but you're playing Apex.
Yeah.
And is that chair right there? Which fucking blows my mind. You must be the Hulk under that fucking.
I don't know how I flipped it. It's like got a metal base and everything.
If I tried to do it, bro, like I don't have the. Okay, let me try it. I'm gonna fucking. I can't do it. I can't. Like I'll die. I just fucking almost die. Like obviously you've got the headrest. Like have you ever done that before? Or is it literally in the moment? Because what happened was it's like the new wave of table flips. What he did was he got mad. He just went, he stood up and flipped it somehow over his head, and it just was the most amazing feat of strength. I was very impressed.
It was pretty funny.
Have you done that before as like a meme, or was it just literally one of those?
That was the first time. It was just like I got like a little bit annoyed. And then I was like, wait, I can use this as a bit of a meme. So I just went for it.
Bro.
Like, yeah.
The thing is, you never know when something's going to blow up, right? Did you see, like, obviously, how did you feel when you saw that clip? Because what was it? Did someone share it on, like, a compilation or something? So, like, what was the...
Well, we did it, and then we're like, oh, someone should put that on Reddit because it was pretty funny. And then, like, a few days later, one of the guys at GG Easy put it on.
Yep.
And then it just skyrocketed from there. Like I woke up the next day, I had like 2,000 views. Then at the end of the day, it was like 10,000. And the next day, 15. It was just crazy.
Holy fuck! Which is what I want to ask in relation to that. Did you find that you got any form of like followership, or did you see your follow count go up from that? I mean, I think
maybe
numbers
like 10 people.
Yeah. Okay. Here's the thing I wanted to talk about because it's crazy. People think that viral clips are going to transition over to like growth in other areas. It just doesn't. I got featured on a back when Playgrounds came out on Fortnite and you could build whatever, you know, you had like an hour and you could build a whole bunch of shit. I got featured because me and Ando built like this upside down triangle, which now it's like, who gives a fuck? It's like upside down pyramid. Everyone could do it. But we just did it on the first day it came out. Someone clipped it and someone sent it into BCC Trolling, which has like a couple of million of subs or whatever.
Okay.
And the video got to like 4+ million views. And like I think it's more now. I think it's probably like double that. It's probably like 6 million or something. I think it got to. But as it was blowing up, people that knew me were hitting me up and going, bro, you've made it. You're on BCC Trolling and stuff. I'm like, oh yeah, cool, bro. Like, yeah, I saw it. It's hype. And I got like 2 followers out of that. Like,
you don't get many.
Like a couple million people saw that shit, and I got like 2 or so, maybe 3 followers out of it. Yep. Like my follow count didn't go up at all, and they had my name in it. I think they even had a link maybe to my Twitch. I could be wrong, but the crazy part was obviously when there's so many eyes on you on a certain clip and people don't know who you are, there's always that chance that people are going to kind of have negative things to say.
100%. 100%.
And for me, it was that no one really said anything good about my clip. No one said anything really good. Basically, I was the only one. There was only 2 people out of the whole compilation that had a webcam. Everyone else, because Fortnite players, I don't know, no one had a webcam. But my webcam was like,
I think I remember this.
It was fucking huge, dude. And people were like, "Whoa, this motherfucker's webcam's so huge. What the fuck?" And they just went like, this guy like kind of made this backhanded comment about how my webcam was. It blew up. His comment blew up. Like a couple hundred people, I think, liked it. People were like, "I know, right?" Like commenting, and I was just like, "Oh my god!" And I went in Australia. I was like, "Yeah, I'm making that webcam smaller," and maybe it was a little bit, but that was like the only thing. And I was like, "Wow." I did not get the credit I thought I might get for that. If anything, I just came out feeling a bit shit. Did you find with your clip, obviously hitting like 18,000 different eyes, well, give or take. Did you find that anyone hit you up? Was there any like conversation from it? Did you find anyone gave you like a negative spin on it? Were they like, "Hey, check out this motherfucker"?
The main negative was just like people were like, "Oh, he only did this much damage," and then he raged. I was like,
okay, yeah. I mean, people are always going to be a bit salty as well. Like, man, the gaming community, I feel like they just whoa, I'm about to trigger people, but they do sometimes, like, they're more critical, I think, than other communities, perhaps. Oh, yeah. Actually, Mustafa, thank you for reminding me. Got to tweet this out.
Wrong channel, mate.
Tweet that shit out, and I do have it. All I need to do now is press update, because I write everything out.
Okay.
Previously, so I don't have to do it all like while you're here. So yeah, Mustafa, all sorted. Cheers, brother. I've already done it. With oh god, train of thought. I had a really good question about that,
and you've lost it.
And I've lost it. Thanks, Mustafa. You ruined the flow. No, about viral clips, your chair flip. Oh shit, it was so good as well, Mustafa. It was like really insightful, bro. I guarantee that. God, what was it? It's one of those things. As soon as you start thinking about it, chair flip, people being brutal about. Oh yeah, did you see that clip recently? Australian streamer. I won't say who it is. She got a little drunk on stream. I don't know if you've seen the clip. I don't know if it's even available to see now. I think she pulled the VOD down. But someone who was trolling her, they were the ones that they saved it. They screen captured it and they put it up on Twitter. She got a little bit drunk and she ended up getting really mad. I think not at a game, but I think she was mad at her chat. Chat was pissing her off. And she was pretty intoxicated, and she ended up like throwing her whole PC off her computer. But obviously, obviously it's from her PC's perspective, because it's the webcam. That she fucking threw everything, and I think her boyfriend ends up running in the room, going, "What the fuck are you doing? Like, what are you doing?" And then like cuts. Like, have you ever done like drinking streams or anything like that? Like, is that like
not really? Only as like a group in like IRL, but that's more just like chilling at the house with friends, not just drinking by myself. I don't see the point of drinking while I'm playing games, really. I'll have like a beer or two, but not going to get drunk.
Yeah, because that's the thing. That's what I always wonder, like with drinking streams, it kind of scares me a little bit because I see shit like that, and it kind of makes me go, "Oh, what the fuck?" Like I just think drinking and streaming kind of. Have you ever seen anything like what's like the weirdest thing you've seen on Twitch? Like, have you ever seen anything like that? You just go, "What the fuck?" Like I'm talking like maybe not so much maybe clips, but like more so. Have you ever gone into a channel and just seen some shit go down? Because obviously, like, do you ever do like the scroll down to the bottom and like just chatting, and like just see
those funny ones where they like they ask like, "Oh, relationship and sex advice." Those are probably my favorite to pop into. And then you like ask a question and then you get banned. And you're like, okay.
Are you a bit of I could imagine, okay, don't take this the wrong way. I could imagine you being a bit of a cheeky troll.
A bit of a smartass?
Yeah, have you ever done a bit of cheeky trolling? Is there
not really, but the way I got banned from that channel, I went in and all I asked was, how do you put a condom on? And then I was banned.
I mean, that's like, you could be like a younger... Wait, are you okay? Yeah, okay. Are you being honest with me right now? Is that
that's 100% honest. That's how you were in the channel when I got banned.
Because that's weird. I mean, if they're encouraging that kind of conversation, and obviously Twitch being a platform where it could be any age. I mean, obviously you're supposed to be like 13 or older, but how do they know that you're not the age that you could be genuinely asking?
Yeah.
that, because that seems so weird. Yeah, what a weird. Were they like a bigger stream, or were they just like?
Not really. They're probably only about like 300 followers or something. Not a big stream.
Well, what a way to grow, huh?
Yeah. It's weird. If you put that in your title, you're going to expect that trolling.
Yeah, 100%. Have you ever done okay, no, I shouldn't incriminate you, but have you ever done like a cheeky, just go around and roll people up, or is it not your style? Because I can imagine you could just like be a bit of a cheeky bugger. You definitely got
a little bit of memeing, but I never like try to be like toxic
malicious and stuff. Yeah. Because I think that's the borderline of it, isn't it? It's like having a bit of cheeky fun with someone, and almost the thing is, in today's day and age on Twitch, it's almost like how people handle it is because you can win a troll over. You don't have to, but I think if they're just being a little bit cheeky, I think if you handle it the right way, you can definitely win them over. It's the malicious ones that you just dip out straight away.
Yeah. 90% of the trolls that I get in my channel, I usually convert to followers and viewers, which is pretty fun.
That's what I was going to ask, because I feel like for you'd be the type that would have the attitude, I would imagine, by seeing, your streams and whatnot, that you wouldn't, I didn't turn off my alerts like I said I would. Thank you for following there. So loud. It's always the first alert that I then go, oh shit, I didn't turn it off. So Peppy, thanks for reminding me, dude. Appreciate you, dude. But yeah, I feel like you'd be the type that would be able to convert people. Like, how do you usually handle a troll? Like, what's the Bags way? Like,
well, you can usually tell if they're being just silly. Like, some people come in like, oh, happy birthday or something, and then like I'll just sing happy birthday to myself, like, oh, didn't even realize it was my birthday.
Yeah.
Just start singing. Just stuff like that. But then you can tell if they're being like proper toxic, like just insulting people in your channel or insulting you, and you just got to ban them straight away. You can tell.
Yeah, I feel like I do feel like though trolling on Twitch is definitely died down a little bit. I feel like it was more prominent back in the day. I don't know. I feel like it's kind of like dwindled down, which is good because I don't know. I think maybe the Fortnite era kind of brought it a little bit.
Yeah.
Like maybe a younger audience.
I think it's still more evident in female streamers' channels more than males still. Because I always see in like Bronchi's stream, she gets a lot more trolls than I do.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. You have an insight. Also, Miss Stuff is asking to change that. I did change the name, a reset.
Refresh.
Yeah, I did already updated. I'll do it again just in case. Damn. But yeah, because you've got an insight that a lot of streamers probably don't have. I know I don't in that way, but you have a partner that streams as well, Bronchi. And so you would see and hear, you guys I'm sure discuss stories about or talk about, how your streams went and whatnot. Do you see a massive or even just little different, like what's the differences that you see between, obviously you being a guy on Twitch and her being a female on Twitch? Do you see that there's a real difference in how people treat people, like you both, and like?
Well, no one ever comes in and calls me beautiful, which kind of sucks.
Really? And you call
they always do. Look at me.
I was about to say, because you call everyone cuties. How could they not?
Cuties, sex muffins. I call them all the good stuff.
So yeah, I mean that's the thing. Like, is that the only thing you think is the difference? Like that people?
Not really. I think it's just like young guys. Just I don't know if they don't get enough attention, or if it's just. Maybe they seek that attention from the females.
Yeah,
just seems to happen.
What's the go? It'd be like, I don't know. I always wondered if Tay streamed, how I'd feel with like thirsty dudes coming in, and like kind of being like, oh hey baby and stuff like that. Do you kind of like get a bit like, fuck these guys, you know what I mean? Or do you just like, obviously you're a confident dude.
Just roll with it, because then you just like. These people are going to like follow her channel, then she's going to get stuff from it and just grow. So you got to be like, just got to chill.
Yeah, sick. Hey, that's it. So with this little break you've had, dude, what have you been up to since you've been studying and whatnot? But notice you're a bit of a green thumb. I could be wrong, but
you saw my tweet.
Look, I might have saw your tweet, but I saw a couple of tweets. It seems like you're a little bit of green thumb.
I just post that as like. A kind of a meme, like I'm just raking, and then I put on that stupid straw hat, take a photo with the dog, and then post. And then all of a sudden, like gardening Twitter pages just like retweet it. And
really?
It gets mad exposure.
And then you just put the hat on and everything, and then you take the photo, go back inside. Do you know what? It's funny. Do you think there's a real guaranteed there's a real side of social media that's so manufactured? Like I've even thought of doing it as like a social experiment. where I try and manufacture just all my, I mean, and even anyway, my Instagram I can say is manufactured to some degree. All my photos aren't just me literally just walking like a certain way and someone took a photo of me at the right moment. But like, I mean, you use social media a bit, but it's not like you seem to overly manufacture what you put out.
No, it'd just be me, and just like I just target it kind of correctly.
What's your stance? Obviously, because you're not that way. Like, how do you feel about the world of like social media that is so manufactured? And are you able to easily spot when someone's ingenuine, like on Twitter or Instagram, or is it kind of hard to pick up on? Like, what's like? Easy. Are you drawn more to people that are more real, or do you like a bit more of like someone who's a bit more of a character, you know, or someone who's, you know what I mean? Like what like for people listening, I guess, is like, as someone who's like yourself, who's not just a streamer but a viewer as well. Like if you saw someone posting tweets that, okay, like a scenario, because I've talked about this with a couple other people that I had on. Like if you saw someone like posting really inspirational tweets every day, does it get to a point where you kind of go, this sounds ingenuine, or do you go, good on them? Like, is there like a kind of point where you kind of feel like there's an ingenuine nature to it, or, you know what I mean? Like,
I think it would depend. If like you say it's a streamer and I've seen their channel and they're always super positive, then that's just the way they are, I guess. But if I go to their channel and they're just not that positive, or only like positive a little, like every now and then, you're going to expect that it's kind of fake and it's just trying to get something in.
Yeah,
trying to get those impressions.
Twitch is like, there's so much of that positive movement on Twitch as well. Like, would you like label yourself under like that kind of positivity kind of thing, or do you think that having a bit of realness at times, like not that positivity isn't real, but you know what I mean? Having like, what do you look for in streams? Do you look for like something that's more like a positive kind of thing, or do you like something that's a bit more real with that kind of, if someone comes in and says something shitty, they're going to be like, hey, fuck you, you know what I mean? Like that slight bit of drama. Like I will not lie, I fucking love that little bit of drama every now and then, dude. Like I will not like try, like I don't want to get involved in it, but as a bystander, dude, I fucking love it. Like I can't.
It's funny, it's great to watch.
It's great to watch. And that's the thing, like, do you find the oversaturation of like positivity in certain people's streams, do you find it like vanilla and boring, or do you like that kind of environment? Like, I
find it a little bit boring, but it's always good. Like it's just catering to a different demographic, so it's not catering to me. So my streams, I'm a very positive person all the time. Yeah, which I've noticed. Yeah, but even then, I just make some drama in my streams just for a bit of a meme.
Yeah, it's always fun. But people know it's a meme. Yeah,
people know it's always a meme.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, that's the thing. Like, I feel like I find it hard not to mouth off. It's hard. Like when someone comes, I know. And you as a streamer have like the chance to have that last say before you like dip them the fuck out. You know what I mean? But then they can come. Have you ever had someone that's come back and has made multiple accounts? Because I've had a dude once that made accounts for like a month straight, like every stream, dude. It was a nightmare.
And then you always get those stream snipers after they can't get the last word, and then they just stream snipe you.
Yeah, 100%.
You got to ban 3 of their accounts.
Do you think there should be more like do you think Twitch should make it harder for people to make accounts, or do you think the way it is fine? Do you think it should
definitely be harder?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy they haven't like made it like, because it's, you know what I've thought would be an amazing thing to implement. I don't know why the fuck they haven't done this yet. It just blows my mind. Like actually like fucking like there must be some reason why they haven't been able to do it, because it seems so obvious. But when you ban someone, you shouldn't be able to still see the content.
That's what I was just about to say.
How the fuck? Like
there should be like a ban, and then like so they can still view, and then like an extra button to ban them completely.
Yeah, exactly.
It wouldn't be that hard to create.
Do you think that's something they'll implement down the track, or do you think that the fact they haven't done it yet means that, like, what do you think the reason behind that is? Like that they just
it might be too hard to make.
Yeah, I mean, how like, but is it hard? Is it really that hard to for a user that is on their platform and signed up as a user? But then, if they're coming on as just not even logged, because you can watch Twitch not logged in. Yeah. Shit, like it's one of those things, man. But imagine the like how easy it would be then to stop people like stream sniping and like
that's the thing.
Stream sniping, like it's one
It's
of
the
those.
worst.
Oh man, have you been stream sniped? I got
Many times, man.
during Fortnite. And you know what? People then like, what do you think of like with like obviously I don't want to bring Ninja up too much, but talking about Fortnite, you can't not. But you know when he fucking went off about and he fucking he sent that you know the one where he reported that kid, and everyone went off at him for stream sniping. But do you think it was warranted? Because in a way, I think there's nothing wrong with sending a report if that's the case. But everyone kind of went in on him. But I guess we both know the feeling of having that happen and some shitty kid just going over and over. Like, what's probably your worst stream snipe story? Like, have you got like
one guy's stream sniped me like 3 games in a row?
Yep.
And it was just pissing me off. So like I would be standing there just like healing up, and then all of a sudden he would come down from a plane and he'd just shoot me in the head. Instantly know exactly where I am. And I was like, I can't even react to this. It's not fun.
Yeah.
If you made it a bit challenged, like you landed, you let me know you were there.
Yeah.
Like a warning shot, and then cool, we'll go at it. But
it's
if you just come in to kill me instantly, it just pisses you off.
It's just insane, man. And you mentioned planes as well. Are you fucking glad they're out of the game, dude? Those planes, look, I loved them when they came out, but my God, they fucked the meta. Have you been playing much Fortnite lately?
No, I haven't been playing any games. I've been playing a little bit of Grand Theft Auto roleplay when I get the chance, but I haven't been streaming it.
Which is a fucking hype train at the moment.
It's fun.
Did you play it before the hype train? Or did you get on like?
I played RP in a few different games before, but not in GTA. This is the first time I played in GTA.
Who do you play as? What's your character's name and what?
His name's Eddie French, mate. He's like a smoker. Like, my name's Eddie French, and I've been smoking since I was 2 years old. And now I'm 46.
Holy shit,
so,
bro! That's crazy. You know, some people just don't put on a voice. It's clearly just their own, but which is fine. But that's fucking.
I like to get into it, mate.
Oh, mate, I think if I got amongst it, I'd have some sort of voice. You'd have to. I've been watching a little bit of it, and people get really into that shit. I was watching Maddox. I don't know if you know Maddox. I think Maddox 81 is his number at the end.
I think so.
He's in with like Aussie Techs and Red Ops and whatnot.
Okay, yep.
And he's playing a Australia Post delivery man. So he's got like the Australia Post band and everything. But he got pulled over by the cops, and I couldn't believe the person that came up as the cop, and they're like in Australian police officer garb, comes up, and it's like I actually was starting to wonder if they were a real police officer IRL.
Yeah,
because
some of them are really good,
so amazing. Like it was like the role was perfectly. And at the same time, Maddox is like, oh gee, I hope I don't get a ticket. Like it seems so like on point. Do you find like it's a little bit intimidating going into that world? Because for me, I see that and I go, fuck, like I just know I'd be in jail in a second. Like, what's the vibe? Is it exciting? Does it feel real? Like
it's really exciting actually. It's really good to play. Like Shaggy Steve has been playing. He's been streaming that as a cop, and I'm part of the Shaggy Nation stream team. So like I've been dropping in that server and playing a bit of Eddie. And when he pulls me over, just got to like role play and get intimidated. And
so he has pulled you over before.
Yeah, he fined me like $2,000 the other night for speeding in my post office van.
You're a postie as well.
Yeah,
oh my God, mate. This is like I'm pretty much talking about. Really, that's the thing. Like, how did you pick what you want to do? Like, what was like the decision in this? You know, was there a lot to choose from? Did you have to rethink it over, or were you like, nah, this is what I want to do?
Yeah, the server's got a few different options of jobs you can do, but like I just worked out which one gave me the most money per like hour, and then just did that one.
Hustler. You were a hustler. Okay, for people like Shaggy Steve, who I see in the chat, how you doing, Shaggy? Welcome in, dude. Do you, for someone that wants to become a cop in the game, is there like a requirement? Like, surely not everyone could be a fucking cop. That just... Because then, like, cops are just finding... How do they regulate this shit? Like, I don't know how that will work.
You have to do, like... At most good servers, you have to do, like, an interview. And then, you have to do training for it, too. So, that, like, in the server training. And then if you're not good, you just won't get it.
No way!
Yep, did you have to
do training for your job? Or is that more like...
No, I'm just a civilian. So, I just... You just go in and you can just do what you want. But if you don't role play right, you'll just get banned from the server.
Really? See, I've heard of that. See, I was watching Creator. You know Creator.
Yep. Correct.
He was starting to do the role play stuff, and he had I think Muselk in there with him. I think Muselk was having mic issues, and Cray then broke character, and was just going, like, his character's standing on the street talking to Muselku's mic, and Cray's like, oh, you have to press F5 to get your mic working, and he's trying to troubleshoot with him on the street as Cray, and his chat was going ballistic, saying, don't, you're going to get banned, you'll get banned. I'm like, I don't know enough about this, but I'm thinking, is this real? Like, are they trolling? Like, can you get banned for shit like that?
If you did it like too much, if you're like out of character in like, say, a situation and it's wrecking other people's enjoyment of the game, like, you could get banned. But if you're just like troubleshooting and you've actually said that this is out of character, then you're probably going to be fine.
Yeah, right. Do you reckon roleplay could work for any other game? Do you reckon it's really just because Grand Theft Auto obviously makes fucking sense, but like, do you think if any other games really, like, if you could have any game as a roleplay kind of game where they just had all those kind of bells and whistles of like people could mod it to the point that you could have that real immersive experience, what game would you fucking choose?
100% Skyrim, man. Skyrim would be amazing.
Wow. Skyrim. What would you play as? What would you be? Like, what would your role be?
Probably be a musician, man. Just go around, just like sing my songs in the pubs.
You'd be a bard.
Pretty fun. Yeah, a bard. Just going around.
Let me
making
sing
money.
You a tale.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, I can imagine that shit. I'd be a wench for sure, dude. I'd be a hoa. Yeah, I'd go around just trying to, like, you know, get guys drunk, you know, take all their money, get them into bed. I don't know if that's a thing. I've only played like a minute of Skyrim. Bro, I'd love to see. I think this might be on topic. I think you're a bit of a Pokemon fan, if I'm not mistaken.
Sure,
and
Pokemon RP.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, dude. Like a Pokemon RP. I mean, but that's honestly, can you imagine like a Pokemon MMO? That
would actually be amazing. But it'd be so hard.
But why have they not done it? What would be hard about it? Like, I'm trying to think of open world, Pokemon everywhere. Everyone's all in, you know, a server, different servers, but with a lot of people in it. You're trading, you're battling, you're meeting people in a field, you're fucking them up, you're killing their Pokemon. Like, you know what I mean? Can you imagine that shit? Like, do you think like one day? I mean, Nintendo's so precious with their IPs, which hurts my soul. Yeah. But like, imagine something like that. Were you disappointed when you saw? Were you disappointed or excited when you saw the new Pokemon Sword and Shield? Man. Excited?
Yeah, for sure.
Did you expect more or less? 'Cause I know a lot of people. I was excited. I'm fucking pumped, by the way. First real console iteration of it, other than obviously Pokemon Let's Go. But a lot of people, I think, were expecting more because obviously they're moving from like, I mean, I know it's still a handheld, but they're moving from like handheld to like essentially TV-esque console.
They've only like released a teaser though. They haven't released like all that we're going to know about it. So you got to wait. Yeah,
but the look of it, they're not going to change the look of it.
You don't like the look? The Nintendo can only do so much. It's not a powerful console.
Well, here's the thing. Have you heard that they're bringing out well, rumors are that they're bringing out a Switch Pro. Switch Pro, like, and they're saying it's going to be more powerful and whatnot.
I think this has better battery life. Better battery life and a brighter screen. That's about it.
Yeah. Really? Yeah. And is that enough for you to part with your money? Probably not. I mean,
if you didn't have one, yeah.
If you didn't have one, yeah. I mean, it's just, surely they could do a lot more with it, right? Like, because they've got games like Doom and Wolfenstein and all that shit, which I don't know if you've tried them on the Switch. I know I haven't. But I've seen, like, did you see when they put Ark on the Switch? Did you see that? Oh,
no, I didn't even look at that.
I encourage you to go watch some gameplay of Ark on the Switch. It's the biggest shit show, dude. It's that, like, it's one of those things like, what the fuck were they thinking? Because the Switch just doesn't have that. It's not that kind of console. It's like, it's made for, like, when I saw the new Pokemon games, I thought, yeah, it's how it's going to be. Like, we saw how Pokemon. Let's go. I think people thought it was going to be more, not real, not like a realism to it, but just maybe even more immersive in the. Because you're still kind of from that perspective that maybe at times was a bit more akin to what the original Pokemon was. When did you start playing? Were you like, from like day one? Like,
nah, probably like, I didn't have a Game Boy, so I never played it on that. I didn't get it till DS.
Really? So maybe like, what is that? Ruby Sapphire? No, is that?
Yeah, Pearl Diamond Sapphire.
Pearl Diamond, all that shit. Yeah.
Something, yeah.
Man, did you watch the shows and stuff growing up?
Yeah, always watch the shows. Yeah,
bro, that would have been hard though. Did you ever feel like you were like not to be a Debbie Downer, but did you ever feel like you were like out of the loop in that way? Like if you were watching the show and you were getting amongst it in ways, but you
had the trading cards. So,
but you didn't feel like that you missed out because of the game. Did you ever feel like you just were kind of on the out? Like,
no, I just had a Digimon, man. I love those things.
Oh man, Digimon!
I had like 5 different Digimons, and I was just going around battling everyone.
Do you still have them? Did you?
No, I lost them.
No, Same. It's devastating. I mean, I don't know where mine is. I still have the packaging for my first edition Digimon. My I think it was a series 2. I still have the box. I still have all the shit that came in it, other than the Digimon itself. I'm like, where the fuck is it? I don't know where it went.
I should have some floating around my mum's house. I just don't know where they are.
Well, that's the thing, right? So I left a bunch of old toys and stuff at my parents' house, and they just fucking chucked them. And there was some rare as fuck shit in there. So I'm like,
damn, Mum.
So yeah, so I don't talk to them anymore. It's fine. I just look where the wounds will heal one day. On their deathbed, I'll be like, I forgive you.
No, I still don't forgive you.
Psych. No, I love my parents. Actually, my dad threw out a lot of shit when I was still living there as well, so it feels bad. I like rare. I had a whole bunch of Pokemon cards. Were you a big collector? Pokemon cards?
More Yu-Gi-Oh than Pokemon.
Really, you're a Yu-Gi-Oh boy.
Yeah.
Really? What was the pull to Yu-Gi-Oh over? Like, did you play the game or was it?
Yu-Gi-Oh was a lot easier to play than Pokemon. I felt.
Really?
Like, especially because I had a lot of young siblings, and they're like, you know how you have to get the lands technically out. I played a lot of Magic the Gathering, but a lot of
Magic. But Magic's like more involved, isn't it? Like,
Magic's intense.
Man.
Yeah.
Do you play?
I play Magic now.
Yeah, do you play the PC version?
Yeah, I played some of the PC version. It's actually really good.
Yeah,
the new one, the Arena.
I haven't delved in. Nice. Were you a big Hearthstone fan? Hearthstone was fucking.
I liked. Yeah, for the first 3 expansions, I guess, or DLCs.
Yeah, right. I feel like Hearthstone when they brought out like the wild, and what was it? You know how they switched it up with, they brought out like a wild mode, which was essentially what it was before, and then like a ranked mode, or not ranked, but the other mode.
Yeah, so you can only play with like the newest cards and not the old ones. Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah, see,
you didn't like it
because I'm a what would I call myself? A basic deck bitch. I like to set it and forget it. I like to build a deck and then just try and, like, if it works and it's smash build, then I love to leave it and just Wild and Stand. Thank you, Shaggy. That's the one, Wild and Stand. And I played a what's that one? A Secret Paladin. You know, one where you have eventually you hope to have like there's a full portrait of this secrets. So no matter what they do, every time they attack, like they don't know what's coming. So every time they'd attack, something's gonna happen. What was your like, what was your like main shit you'd play? Like
Priest with the mechs.
Bro, Priest was my least favorite to come up against. Priest was terrifying.
Priest with the mechs was so good.
Because you
have all the different heal mechs, and they're just like making each other stronger, and you're just like, time to die.
You know, you know when you get to like close to the end, and you're running out of cards, and you're like, I'm fucked. This priest is just going to heal the fuck out of me. Like, so I'm done, bro. And then there was like the Shadow Priest. They could switch to Shadow Priest.
Yeah, that was actually pretty cool.
It was like in my opinion, OP as fuck. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, you picked like the first week Paladin, or two was just destroying.
Yeah, did you start out playing? I'm just going to take a stab. When you first played, did you play Mage?
No.
Oh, really?
I never like a mage in any game. I never play a mage.
Really? Yeah. You never play a mage? Yeah. What's the I mean, I don't want to pry too deep, but what's the like opposition to having like to being a mage? Like what did you like?
Druids, man. So like a more like nature-based magic, I guess.
Are you vegan?
No, I'm not vegan.
I don't know. I just feel like maybe. I just feel like if you're a druid, maybe that could be a natural progression.
I was vegetarian for a while, but not vegan.
Really, vegetarian? Yeah. What was like the pull to going into being a vegetarian? Like, did you kind of just go, yeah, let's give it a try, or like, did you feel an ethical pull to it, or?
It was more like a conservational pull, like because I did my bachelor's in animal science, and then just through my studies, just started learning about like how it's just unsustainable. I was just like, yeah, it's probably should try be a vegetarian for a while, and I loved it. It was good, and then I had meat again, and I was like, I love meat. It's delicious. Please give me more.
Okay, I got 2 questions, but I wanted to say, what was the moment? Why did you feel like you all of a sudden like had meat again? Like, what was that pull to? After being a vegetarian, like, were you craving it, or like, did it just fucking happen?
No, it just kept going out. Like,
did your mouth fall onto a plate like a burger, and you're like, whoops?
Accidents happen. No, it was just like if you keep going out to dinner with people, like just every couple nights, you just like start getting drawn to it, I guess, because it's always available there. And you're like, I can only have these 3 things from the menu if I'm a vegetarian. If I'm not, I can have these 20 things.
Yeah, 100%. I've never delved in. It's hard because I do agree, like, in an ethical stance, like, it sucks. But I just can't give up meat. I fucking love it. So sorry to all the vegans and vegetarians. Thank you for making it more of a sustainable thing so we can eat more. But so when you said, Jesus, I'm going to lose some people on that one. No, but when you said sustainable, like, do you think there's like a chance the cows are going to run out? Like, when you say sustainable?
No, it's just like the amount of area, like say farming for cattle, the amount of area used and the amount of water is just insane if you look it up and look into it.
That's true to like keep them alive long enough to get to the point where they're ready to be eaten. I guess like, but what's the alternative? Like just having cows everywhere? Yeah, but
because you got to think like the amount of grain that we produce that then gets used for cattle instead of people, that could just be used for us. And we wouldn't need the cattle.
Yeah, but don't the livestock, wouldn't they exist anywhere, and wouldn't they just always be drinking the water and eating?
Not at the rate that we produce them.
You reckon?
Because they're artificially inseminating cattle to produce more cattle.
Yeah, right. And then they're trying to feed them quicker, keep them healthy, so that
wean the babies quicker, just to get them pregnant again sooner.
Yeah. Well, like when you talk about it and you think about the ethical stand, it really fucks with your head. Do you watch Survivor? Are you no? Oh fuck! I
don't watch any TV, man.
Yeah, you're like the internet age, where TV is dead.
Netflix and
100%. Look, I really only watch Survivor, and don't shoot me. Got sucked into a bit of Married at First Sight. I don't watch Married at First Sight. Did I say Married at First Sight? I didn't say. You guys didn't hear me say Married at First Sight. I didn't say Married at First Sight. Maybe I watched a little bit of Married at First Sight. Look, it's drama. I told you I like to look at the drama. Look, I was watching Survivor, and there's getting to a point where because they can win chickens, right? They can win chickens as a challenge, but because they want to eat them. They want to eat
the chickens,
or they want them to lay eggs because they don't get a lot of food. They get like a bag of rice. Yeah. And look, I'm sure there's some smoke and mirrors and some fucking shit. They probably get fed like a 5-course meal every night that we don't see, and get to brush their teeth and have a shower.
Like Bear Grylls.
Yeah, is that a thing? Did he get like out of something like that?
Yeah, they'd have like behind the camera buffet.
Did he get outed for that though? Is that like a thing? Is that like guaranteed or
something about it? You probably have to look it up to make sure.
Yeah, fact check it.
Memes about it and stuff.
Bear Grylls. I mean, I wanted to have him on, but now he's going to be dirty. So he's like, I don't know, man. You sound like you were shitting all over me. Metaphorically and really. Okay, so with the chickens. But they would get them on, and obviously everyone's like, "Yeah, kill them, cut the head off, and we'd them." Like, great, we haven't had meat in so long. We haven't had but then there's always like that one person that's like, "No, we can't eat the chickens." They're and you start to really think like, what if I was on that island with these chickens? I'm hungry as fuck, but like I go, yeah, I don't think I couldn't do it. Like I couldn't kill an animal, and it sucks because then I eat animals without even thinking about it. It's this real fucking tug of war in my mind of like, because I wouldn't even kill a fly. I know it sounds, well, no, fuck that, I will. That's a big lie.
Easy kill a fly.
I will kill those motherfuckers on sight. But if I see like a cockroach, if I see like a cockroach, I'll pick it up and I'll take it outside. I don't like to spray them, don't like to squash them. One, because that makes a fucking mess, and they'll end up just
crunchy.
Yeah, they're crunchy. Did you ever watch Men in Black when that scene where he's, oh, bro, that killed me. He's walking over just crunching. I'm like, no. Yeah. I'm like, that one, I feel ethically like that's horrible. But two, as well, just the bro and the white shit that all comes out.
It's just gross.
Yeah, it's so bad. But I think about it, I'm like, yeah, like if I had to go back to the Stone Age, I guess like it comes to a point where how desperate are you? But it's like, could you? I mean, it's like we don't really like. It's easy because it's just on our plate, but when it's but we don't see what goes on behind the thing. It's one of those things. I don't know. Is that all the stuff you I guess considered when you like tried to become a vegetarian for a little bit? Like
not really.
Yeah, it was literally sustainability.
Yeah.
Wow, because I've never heard that answer from anyone. I never talked to anyone about being a vegan or vegetarian. Yeah. But in my mind, I always assume, so that's my assumption, which
they
is
just want to protect the animals.
Yeah. I never think about like the environment. Are you a big environmentalist? Like, do you kind of delve into that shit?
I want to get into conservation.
Yeah.
And conservation education once I finish this degree.
So you're at the moment you're doing a master's of teaching. Mm-hmm. What did you say the one you did before? What was the
Bachelor of Animal and Veterinary Bioscience?
So adding all these courses, are you just going to keep doing courses? Like
this is my last course. I just only need a master's degree. That'll do me.
Where do you want to teach? Like, what's kind of like and obviously you want to teach some sort of like sustainability kind of thing going on. Wait, hold on. Are you a flat earther? Okay, shit. I was going to say, this is going to be the best podcast ever. I would love to have a flat earther on. If you're a flat earther, I don't care if you make content. Come on.
Just kidding. Yeah.
I don't know much about like the flat earth movement. Like, I really don't. And I would love to just pick someone's brain about and just be like, and just literally, but have an open mind. Have an open mind to it, but just because I'd love to hear. Have you watched? I haven't watched it, but have you watched that Logan Paul thing that he put out?
People watch Logan Paul?
Well, I'm only saying it not because of Logan Paul, but from what I can gather, he went around and interviewed like a shit ton of flat earthers. I think that shit would be just amazing. It'd be pretty fun. Oh, I don't even care it's Logan Paul. I think anyone could have done it and I would suss it, but I haven't sussed it. So maybe that's the problem. But yeah, so with the teaching one, I'm guessing you're wanting to get into like education on sustainability and whatnot. Like what are the avenues after you study like to get into that kind of stuff? Like what jobs kind of become available and what would you want to get into?
Well, first I'd probably just start teaching at a school just to get some experience. And then after that, I guess I'd apply for like different places like the zoo and maybe independent like educational facilities.
Yeah.
And just see where it goes. And also, you have me as the wrong name. I'm not Metal Maniac.
Do I again? Oh, no one told me. Okay, I did it yesterday as well. See, thanks for letting me know. I'll explain myself. Don't flame me. Okay. All right. So what happened? What happened is my trial of Photoshop ran out. I'm just saying, I had a 7-day trial of Photoshop. I'm a cheap piece of shit, all right? Don't judge. I'm a full-time streamer. I can't afford it. But anyway, so I was using the trial to see if I liked it, okay? So I made everything for it. But then every night before the next guest came on, I was just adjusting that template to say the new person, and then I save it as that thing. So it just adjusts it in thing. But my trial ran out. But the night before, I thought, well, I can't just adjust. So I just made 2 new files with the Matt yesterday and then you today. But then I forgot that I had to do some heavy lifting and swap them out. Whereas I've been used to just the bloody supercomputer doing it.
Life's hard, Matty. Life's hard.
You know, life is hard, you know. When you're doing everything yourself, you guys don't know how it is. You guys don't know how it is to be a podcaster. It's hard.
Yeah. What made you get into the podcast, mate?
I've been wanting to do podcasts for years. I actually, crazy enough, started one up like 5+ years ago with a couple of friends, and we did 1 episode because I did it right. And I invited them over. We were doing a podcast about like creativity. Sounds kind of lame, but I was a like videographer, photographer. We had two graphic designers, and we were like kind of going around on Instagram and stuff. So we're talking about like growing Instagram following for creative endeavors and all that shit. We did 1 episode, it went great. And then when we finished, I kind of was like, all right, see you guys next week. And they're like, oh, next week? Oh no, we can probably do this like every couple of months. I was like, what the fuck? So I just instantly was like, okay, that's not gonna work. I probably should check that first. So yeah, it died straight away, and it's just finding like regular people finding regular people to have on every week. It's a bit of a mission, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand that.
And I then did the Cactus Cult podcast like late last year. We got to the 5 episodes, which we now call the 5 episode curse because so today your 5th episode. This podcast, if we make it past, we've beaten the curse. This podcast will have longevity. No,
it's all going downhill from here, boys.
No, this is
perfect. Around.
But it just one of the co-hosts just I don't think he was wanting to be a part of it because a few things happened. Not to do the podcast, but I fucked up as a friend, to be honest. Which is a shit feeling, you know what I mean? I said some things on stream as a joke to a friend, and they took it to heart, and it made me kind of realize, you know, maybe I need to wise up a little bit. Have you ever had that where you've said something on stream and someone's come at you after and been like, I was offended? Like, have you ever pissed someone off on stream?
I haven't had anyone really come at me. I've realize I've said something bad and apologize for it, or like half said something bad. Like I know some words in like America are deemed a lot worse than they are here in Australia.
Yep.
Like not the C word or anything. There's like other words like
the well, I mean, like, you know, we were talking about yesterday as well. Like, there's like obviously the N word. There's the
oh yeah, I would never say that.
Homophobic
yeah.
F word and stuff. Like, yeah. So what are like the words you're thinking that would be acceptable here, but not? Because I feel like the internet has, like, and social media has brought us like so much more together. There's not really that disconnect that we once had, like growing up, where like, oh, we're Australian and we don't have all the stuff that America has. I feel like we just have it now because we're pretty much all just connected in that way. Like, do you think there really is still like, I mean, we've got our differences. Obviously, the C word is used a lot differently here than in America. But like, what would be? Can you think of like other terms or like words that?
Just like the word spastic. Like here in Australia, like you don't really think twice about it. It's just kind of like a little cheeky jab at your mates. But then
that's the thing. Like, but people are cracking down that word, and it's like funny because, like I was talking with Matt yesterday. We grew up in an age, especially me, I'm 32 this year. We grew up in an age where this shit was, we just said it and it didn't, there was no accountability. There was no internet.
Different meaning too.
Yeah, like we didn't so much throw it out as, well, as kids, the thing is, when you call someone that, obviously you're kind of implying that they're maybe not as mentally all there or whatever because of the word, you know. But you throw it out as a kid, not thinking. No one pulls you up on it. But then when you get older, and now that the internet's here, there's so much more accountability. I asked this question to Matt yesterday. Do you ever worry that coming from an age perhaps where words weren't cracked down on as hard as they are today, are you ever worried you're going to like slip and say something that's going to like ruin your career on Twitch? You know what I mean? Like, that's
why I always in my head thinking about what I'm saying.
Yeah, which is hard
all the time. That's why I never drink and stream, because I won't have that ability to think of what I'm saying. Just
no,
like,
100%.
I'm banned.
It's a dangerous game. The drinking on stream, I don't know how people do it, because there's so many things that can get you banned on Twitch now. It's like every year they're coming up with more stuff that, and look, I think the heavy-handed nature of banning someone over a word, if they slip, it's kind of crazy. But I think they need to, I guess, hold people accountable, and because if they let it slip, then everyone's going to think, well, we've got a chance. So they're trying to crack down on it. But it's it's one of those things. It's. Do you think we've gone too soft as a?
It's a hard question, like, because everyone.
Like, yeah, it's a reloaded question. It's a like, and don't feel like you have to answer it, because I know it's like giving an opinion in that way can be quite, like I think in ways we've become extremely soft, and I think we need to. I don't think we need to harden the fuck up, as some people would say, but I think we need to work out if things are aimed at us or where words are aimed. But then again, like, it's hard because I back and forth in my head about it all the time. I think like, people get triggered over things that just aren't worth getting triggered over. But then I think, but if they don't get triggered over it, but will this stuff just perpetuate and will it just continue to become worse and worse?
People, it does trigger people.
Yeah, so it's like, that's why people crack down on it when it's really it's so hard to know. Like, does anything bother you? Like, does anything like that ever trigger you? Or are you very much like, because I feel like for me, I can't imagine having the energy to like be bothered by it. Do you ever see things on social media and you kind of go, oh, fuck this, you know what I mean? Like, and it just grinds your gears, or are you very much like, let them have their opinion, you just move on?
You usually get a little grind, but then it's like, it's not, I don't care. I have bigger things to do.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, I can't believe the people that sit there and they'll like
reply with an essay on Facebook to something someone's posted.
Yeah, and I just can't imagine having the energy for that. Because no one wins have you ever seen someone win an internet fight?
No, you can't. It's impossible.
I've actually won one. No, actually not one, but I remember I had a fight. When I started on Instagram, when someone would follow me back, say I'd follow someone, they'd follow me back, I'd send them a message, just it was kind of like a generic copy and paste, saying, hey, thanks for the follow. And I'd be like, really appreciate it. Something like that. It wasn't even like, come follow my Twitch or anything. It was pretty much just like, hey, thanks for the follow, really appreciate it. That was about it. Guy or girl, didn't matter who they were. If they followed back, I'd send them that little thing, because I thought it'd be nice. Because back when I was starting on Twitch, I thought it'd be really nice to meet some other streamers, because I was going around. I'd go through like Twitch hashtags and stuff. So I'd follow other streamers, And I thought, well, they might reply and go, hey, no worries. And, you know, well, I saw that, you cheeky devil. But yeah, I had one situation where one of the accounts of a female got back to me, and it was her boyfriend. And he's like, yo, motherfucker, you hitting up my bitch? And I was like, no, like I send that to everyone.
Like, first of all, she's a woman. She's not a bitch.
Bro, he was like, his name was like 420 something, you know what I mean? Like he was like this fucking dreaded, like tall, like ripped, like doobie smoking, like mumble rap, gangster rap, listen, like he was like that type of. So I was like, oh man, luckily there's some borders across us. So I was like fucking ribbing into him and shit. But I remember he said to me something about stop being a 30-year-old living off gaming or something like that. Like at least
That's
I'm not.
Dream,
he said something like, at least I'm not a 30-year-old whose career is in gaming or something. And I was like, he thinks my career's in gaming. Like I was at my shitty job at the time. I was like, do I really give off those vibes?
I've made it.
I've made it. But yeah, so we threw words back and forth for a minute because I was like, bro, I don't even care like about your girl, but you sound insecure as fuck, by the way. You know, I was just like going in, and he was going in, and he's like, I will find you. I was like, come to Australia, bitch. Thinking if he comes to Australia, I'm fucked, and I'm going into hiding, by the way, because I was bluffing my way through it. If he was in front of me, I would have not said that shit. But it got to a point where he wrote this big fucking message again back at me, and I just read it, and I thought, this guy really gives a shit about his girl. Like he really cares, and he sounded genuinely like he cared about her, right? He didn't sound like he was being like oppressive in any way. He just sounded like he gave a fuck. And I just sat back and I thought, you know what, fuck this. Why am I like arguing with this dude? I've obviously kind of cut him up a bit by hitting up his girl, which was like obviously not in any, and he jumped the gun a bit. Yeah. Because I sent it to everyone. But I just said, hey bro, you know what? Fuck this. We don't need to fight. Like I said, you know what? I actually really respect the fact that you care so much to defend your girl. And I think with the amount of creeps out there on the internet, I can understand where you thought I was coming from. I said, not my intention, but I said, you know what? I big respect to you for fighting for her. And I said, you guys obviously have something really good, and I'm stoked for it. And I said, I apologize and have a good day. And he actually came back at me and said, you know what? I turned up too quick, and I apologize as well. You sound like an all right dude. And it was I've never seen it in my life. Never seen it in my life, man. And it gave me like that little bit of hope that on the internet people can just like kind of go, you know what, fuck this. And I think we need to almost, not saying like, Matt, like I'm a saint, like be like me, but it gave me that kind of moment where I said, you know what, I need to be more like that in the future, and just try and
just got to think where people are coming from.
Exactly, because we kind of jump straight. It's like we've got this screen in front of us, and because like I said, if he was in front of me, dude, I would have instantly been like, no sir, I would have never, look,
I am a good Christian boy.
You know what, I fucked up, beat me up, I deserve it. Trying to use that reverse psychology to make me feel bad. Yeah, it's one of those things. I mean, but at the same time, women, especially from what I hear in the gaming world, I'm married, I have no need to hit up a woman. And also, like, I've talked to, obviously, girls as friends, like, that I've connected with through, like, you know, I'm not in that way. I'm not like a ninja where I'm like, you know, Ninja, how he's like, I don't play with girls and stuff like that on stream because he didn't. Did you hear about that?
No.
Really? There was a big...
Play with girls?
The big shitstorm he had where he said, I don't play with girls on stream because... And I look, I kind of, as a married man, get where he's coming from. He said, I don't play with girls on stream, as we've noticed, because he doesn't want to either make his... I don't think he was even making his wife. He wanted to respect his wife, but he didn't want people to talk. Because you know how the internet is. Yeah, he didn't want people to... Because having fun interactions with a female as a guy can be just instantly labelled as flirting. Which sucks, because I could have the exact same interaction with you, and people wouldn't be like, oh, he wants to fuck...
They'd say it's flirting, mate.
He wants to fuck Bags. I can just see it. He wants to fuck him. Yo, Matt, you want to fuck? Like, come on, settle down, bro. Like, you're clearly flirting. And you're making Bags uncomfortable and shit. Like, no one ever fucking
super
thinks...
uncomfortable.
But you do the exact... So shit, it's not bad. But, you know, you could have the same interaction with a girl and people will be like, oh shit, he wanna fuck, but it's hard to know because of the amount of thirsty dudes on Twitch that have that. You know what I mean? Do you think? Oh, there's so many ways this could go, but I mean, like, with Twitch, obviously there's like different people and whatnot. God, I don't even know how to ask kind of a question of, like, you know, obviously you've got a partner who's a young lady, and you see people getting hit up. There's thirsty people on Twitch. Obviously, I was talking to MattyAP Matt yesterday, and he said about how, like, I have no problem with as people would maybe label titty streamers, or whatnot, or the cam girls that have come across from other sites because they don't have to get naked on Twitch and they can still make a good amount of money. No, I think I'm always of the mindset of, you go girl or guy, do your hustle. You know what I mean? Unless if you're not hurting someone, fucking go for it, dude. And Matt was saying that he had a female friend that was a gamer, streamer, and she actually said that it was a complete negative. She said she hates it, the booby streamers and whatnot on Twitch, because essentially that causes a negative connotation to her stream, because people then come to her and lump her in, even if she's not showing skin, with that
stigma.
Exactly.
With us guys, there's no one going around doing anything too bad to create a stigma for guys, I guess.
Well, that's the thing. What would be is there a stigma for guys? I mean, that's the thing. Girls don't look at, I assume girls don't really. I mean, if guys went round and they were like ripped as fuck, and they were shirtless.
That's me.
Oh damn! We'll keep that.
That's why I wear a hoodie.
Because he didn't want to make me embarrassed with my super soft body, my soft little body. That's the thing. Do you think like there would be any backlash to if a whole heap of like, let's say porn stars, guys ripped as fuck, dongs literally touching the floor, that you wouldn't see on Twitch, but you know they're there. Like they come on Twitch and they're just ripped and they're just flexing their abs and they're big old.
I don't think you'd be able to flex your abs, would you? You'd be able to flex your arms, but I don't think you'd be able to do your abs.
I don't know. You tell me, Bags. You have them. You're the one
I
with
don't think you'd be able to do your abs. Okay. Because like every now and then it's fine to like do a flex on stream and stuff.
You
like
don't reckon you
can
time that? Because, you know, okay, here's the thing. You know, on Instagram, like people clearly flexing when they take a photo of like their body. Like people, you know, their fitness, but they don't always look like that when they're just walking the streets.
No. Or when you're leaning over eating your pizza.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and the six-pack is just meshing into a gut. And they're like, don't look at me! Just cramming that last piece and don't look at me. But that's the thing, like when they take a photo, they're like, this is how I stand naturally. Take the photo! Take it! You know
Hurry up, Mum. Take the photo.
Hurry up, Mum. That's the thing. Like, there's flexing. Like, you see people flex their legs. Like, I mean... But getting off track, do you think like if that was a thing all over Twitch, do you think there'd be any backlash to a movement of like hot as fuck dudes barring us?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But like, you know what I mean? Like the perfect everything, just completely just sitting there. Like I'm adding to the level. Sitting in like, okay, you'd get banned if you're in like a budgie smuggler on Twitch? Yeah.
I think you're still allowed to have your nipples out as a guy.
Yeah, I think. See, I thought they banned that for a little bit. It's so
it's still a thing. You're not allowed to have your nipples out as a guy.
I've actually got a command in my chat, !nips, that brings up a clip of me, because people said it at 1,000 followers, show nips as a meme, and I was like, good meme. But then people kept perpetuating it. I'm getting to the point where I'm like, wait, do I have to re-show my nips at 1,000? But then people didn't let me not. So I did the kind of like funny kind of thing instead of just trying to that's the one. So I left the room to go to the bathroom. I just came in with my shirt over my head and just walked in. Let me tell you, I was flexing what little abs I have because I don't have abs, and
you just like tighten up and just like,
bro, I have that. I'm like that skinny fat, you know. I got that little bit of gut just happening.
Yeah, I got that little push.
Oh, you got that little bit when you sit down, you're like, you know, jelly on a plate. I'm so fat. You know what I mean? I hate myself as cram more pizza and cake into my mouth. But I came
at the
back
same time
because exactly. Have you seen the pizza milk guy, by the way? as he puts pizza into a bowl of milk. One of my viewers showed me this.
No, I'm not watching it.
And he's using a spoon. He's on stream, but he had like no real followers or anything. He's not a big deal. And it looked like he was doing it because he actually enjoyed it. I thought at first it was for a meme, but I think he was legit just sitting there on stream, just eating pizza and milk. Weird as shit, nice. Yeah. So I come back right through that door with my shirt on my head, trying to like, Matt, don't let it out, not just yet, not right before the shirts, because people are gonna think they're gonna see your imperfections. I sit back down, I put the shirt back, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, Nips, clip it!" And I was like, 1,000 followers, congrats. And then my wife came in and she was on stream and she saw the clip on live on stream and she goes, "You were flexing, weren't you? You don't look like that." And she outed me in front of everyone, dude.
Oh, that's so good.
And I was like, "No, I do look like that." She's like, "No, you were sucking it in. You were sucking it in. You know, you where's the pudge?" So yeah, I got fucking outed, dude. Because yeah, someone was like, "Wow, why does everyone have abs?" And I was like, "Yeah, no, I don't." So I like, it's funny. Do you ever perpetuate? Like, do you ever feel like in a way, like, are you pretty much what you see is what you get, or do you feel like you succumb to like the social media kind of thing of feeling like you have to like? Do you just put up what you feel like, or do you ever feel like you have to like edit yourself in any way? Like, I feel like you're not that way so much. Like,
I'm just practically myself most of the time.
Yeah. What gives that confidence? Like, is it just that you don't give a shit? Like, because I feel like for me, if I just put up my own, like, without posing a little bit for a photo or really thinking about, like, I don't tweet thoughts because I'm so worried that someone's going to be like, "Oh, this guy has thoughts." I just
he thinks of stuff every now and then.
This guy thinks timed one follow. You know what I mean?
Too much IQ. I'm out.
Yeah, get that. I'm here for this. I just want to flip through here and not have to think. You're making me think. Get the fuck off my feed. Yeah. Do you like what do you think? Like, is there like a confidence that comes with that, or is there like a?
No, I think just when I was younger in like high school and stuff, I used to always just make myself what other people wanted me to be. So then when I grew up, I was just like, why the fuck am I doing this? It's not making me happy. It's just making other people happy. Why don't I just take care of myself first? Hey, Mel.
Oh, you got a puppa there?
Yeah, my puppa's here.
Is it a big puppa?
He's big.
Oh, here we go. That's it. Yeah, you knew I was. Oh, it's so cute. What kind of puppa is it?
He's a Doberman cross pointer.
Wow, how old?
Yeah. 11 months now, I think.
Well, that ear action, goodness. That ear control.
He's a big boy.
Yeah.
He's like 30 kilos now.
Do you find your puppa becomes like a part of the family, like a kid almost?
Definitely.
It's
definitely.
Crazy. I always see people with like doggos. People are going to be like, "Stop calling puppas and doggos." I feel like some people get triggered by that. I got like puppa doodles and shit.
If you're a dog person, that's like, what you do.
Get it. Yeah. Like, I see people that have dogs. And they don't let them inside. They just keep them outside. They don't really like. I think unless you're willing, like this is a controversial hot take. People are going to unfollow me from this point. I think if you're not willing to let a dog inside your house, you shouldn't have a dog.
Exactly.
You shouldn't have a dog unless you're willing to have a dog roam your house like one of you. I think people are going to be like, "I have a dog that stays outside." I had a dog that my parents only let it stay outside. When they let it in, and it fucking like ran over everything. But like
my dog's let in.
And it's funny
he sleeps inside.
Yeah, like my pups sleep on the bed. Like they'll take my spot, and I have to maneuver my body on the bed to suit where they want to sleep.
Yep.
And it's funny because like when we first got our puppers, it's like. They were a bit destructive and whatnot, so we'd put them outside for a lot of the day. They slept outside. They had a kennel. But it's like I learnt over that time because, like I said, as growing up, I only had one dog and it had to sleep outside. Like it had to stay outside. I could only play with it outside. And as a kid, I always wanted it inside, but then having dogs. When I first married Tay and moved into this house, I felt like, well, dogs belong outside. But really, you learn that they're just parts of they're so it's funny because I find that they become so much more human. And this is going to sound dumb. This is going to sound like a really annoying pet talk. But they become like human. I was talking to Tay about this yesterday. We have friends that have distant friends that have dogs, but they have too many, and they all stay outside.
Too many.
Yeah, they pray legally have a couple, one or maybe more. They have 5 dogs. Because they didn't neuter them, So we actually have one of them. But that's the thing. One of the one we've got looks so different to any of the ones that they've ever had. And I'm not sure if it's like suiting its environment or it's matching like our other dog, because our other dog's a different breed, but they're like the same. It's weird because like I look at their dogs and they just seem like animals. They act like animals. They don't seem to have. They're like, you know, like that kind of goofy, like tongue hanging out, eyes almost crossed a little bit, like and it's like. But then you look at, and it's like, I don't know if it's that feeling of like when you have kids. I don't have kids, but you know how people like kids, people like, oh, are my kids beautiful? And you're like, gee, what an ugly baby. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's great looking.
Like, wow, that potato was fucked. You know what I mean? Like, it's like one of those things. I don't know if I'm at a point where I'm just fucking. Like, I just love my puppies, but other people look at me and go, what the fuck? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because I look at other people, like, but then I look at other people's dogs that are inside, and they always seem so much more, like, humanized and personified. Yeah. But then I see these little shitty dogs, I love them still, but the ones that, you know, and they're all outside, but they're just like, like, freaking the fuck out. And they're like, but I'm like, are you starved for a time? But, like, they'll open the door and they'll like, quickly run through the door inside. They're not allowed. But they'll just jump on everything, like, freaking the fuck out. And I was like, these things are, like, out of control. Like, what the shit? They have no, like, there's, like, and it's almost like having a dog inside. Just it learns to, it's like it adapts to that. It's around humans, so it almost gets that. I'm sounding like a crazy dog person, but I'm just saying
they base their actions off you if they see you.
And I just made that observation last night, and I was like, that's so fucking wild. Like, I've only just noticed that it really it factors in. I don't know, if you get a dog, just make sure you can have it inside. They'll appreciate it. Okay.
Mate, do you have this behind you?
Yeah, I have both. I have.
You have the gold one?
I have this one.
Wait, you have the...
Oh, don't you do it! Don't you do it!
I got the Diva too. You got the Diva.
I got the Diva right here. I got the... Oh my god, we're the same birthday. I got the gold one as well. I got both of them because I got the gold one first because that was the only one I saw. I don't know if it's like rare or anything. Is it like? Do you know if it's like?
I don't think so.
Yeah, fuck.
I think there's one with red eyes. That's rare.
Really? Okay, because it's got red eyes, but it's
but gold with red eyes.
Gold with red eyes.
Gold
Shit.
with red highlights. Yeah.
Well, I heard little pots of paint from the art store doesn't cost that much. So rare Shenron coming up. But I've got both. But I got that one, and then I saw this one. I actually prefer the coloured one.
Yeah, the green one's way better.
Yeah.
Until you put a green screen up and then you're streaming and it's visible.
Oh, shit, I didn't think about that. You know what's funny? This to me looks like if you went to like a Chinese restaurant that have these like next to the cash register. Like, it's cool, but
Shenrons, mate.
This Shenron, I would not be surprised. Such a, like, I love it though. I love anything that's great. Like, I love Dragon Ball Z, but I love anything that's like got that like Asian inspired architecture or like Chinese or Japanese, like something about it, and like the dragons. Man, have you ever been to Japan?
No, I want to go at the end of this year. Got to save up though.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, where would you go like in Japan? What's like the places
Everywhere.
you want to? What's like? Are you more of like the tech side of Japan, the like the seedy areas where you can buy use panties, or more or are you more like shrines, and shit, forests and whatnot?
More like the history and the nature itself.
100%. Yeah, I feel on that. Sorry for the people listening to this podcast only. They're gonna be like, why is Matt like getting further and further away and then coming back to the like? I'm putting things back on the shelf. Yeah, I really like. I really want to go to Japan because there's so much culture there.
Yeah.
It's wild though. Like, I find Japan is so respectful, right? Like the people there, from what I hear, are so respectful and they're very accommodating. But then use panties. You know what I mean? Oh, and I'm like, so, because okay, I know this only because do you know Tom Green?
No.
Really, Tom Green, an old comedian, used to pretty much like before the internet. Was big. Okay. Tom Green really was like the jackass of like, he'd go around and he'd make an ass of himself in public. Like, he'd go around with a cameraman and he'd just kind of just be. He's pretty famous. He's been on like Family Guy as like a cameo kind, not like for his own, not he didn't voice it, but like he was in movies, a whole bunch of stuff. Like he sucked off a cow's teat once, sucked the milk from a cow's teat. He fucked a
Sounds
dead moose
delightful.
on the side of the road.
He fucked a dead moose.
Well, like dry humped it. Let's not get too crazy.
I was
so
gonna
anyway,
say.
big inspiration of mine. Anyway, is what I'm trying to say. No, but he did a Japanese special,
Yeah.
and I feel like I learned too much about the weird side of Japan from that documentary.
Now you got to go even it up.
Yeah, now I've got to
yourself.
go and just see like I've got to like cleanse my mind. I don't know. I know I'm fixated on the used panties and whatnot. Do you reckon there's any of that shit over here? Like, do you reckon that's just like?
Probably.
Do you reckon it's just surely it's not just a Japanese thing?
Probably a shady thing in the cities.
Yeah, I mean, because you don't hear about it here. Why do you think you hear about like? Because you know they obviously like they've invented so many amazing things such as the body pillow, and
My favorite.
and hentai and stuff. You know what I mean? Like it's really like they're an oddly like there's quite a lot of okay. Here's the thing I find weird about Japan. They're extremely like sexualized in ways like you know with anime, like fan service and whatnot.
Yep.
Like extremely sexualized body pillows.
I guess they're just more open about it.
Well, okay. Well, this is what I'm coming to. Don't they censor their porn?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure their pornography is censored, which
Okay.
is the thing that and some
That's
of
why
them
they need the panties, mate.
Well, that's the
as
thing.
close as
like,
they can get.
What's like I don't know. Maybe you're like not the person. Maybe you're not like. Maybe I won't get much of an insight into it. But I just think it's just weird. I don't know. I don't know if you got much to input on it. But I've always
It's
found
just
that
a cultural thing.
yeah. But like the like to have to censor that, but then be so open in anime about like that stuff. Like you know like. Obviously, you know, figurine stuff, like they sell figurines that you can completely remove all their clothes and stuff. Like, I feel like if someone...
You know a lot about this.
No, 100%. Yeah, no, I do. It's because I'm a big fan of, you know, Japanese culture. Who isn't? Who isn't? Although I'm deadly scared of squids. Deadly scared of squids and tentacles. So it's a real tug of war in that sense. You know, I've got to really avoid
Just
some
like
of it.
Through the eyes, just
Yeah.
going for it.
Shaggy says, what an interesting path this is taking. This podcast takes some... I don't know, Shaggy, if I get you on, maybe you'll have some more insight into that realm. I don't know. I try and take it some directions that are a bit more left field, because I think people like to hear about that stuff, you know what I mean, and get insights into that. And always try and sway it a little bit in that way. I think as well, like, you... See, I don't know. You're my fifth guest on the podcast. I've had 4 so far. Mm-hmm. What were you expecting for the podcast? Did you have any expectations before you came on? Because I feel like I should have asked that for everyone, but now that I've done a couple of them, I know kind of how the format's going. What kind of did you expect? I know you watched even a little bit of it, so we've lost him.
Yeah, I watched some on the YouTube because I've been busy with work and uni and stuff,
good
so I didn't get to
good
watch
shit.
it live, unfortunately.
No, that's fine. No stress at all.
But I just expected you to be you, Matty.
Yeah, well, that's good. Because that's the thing, though. I wonder how it's going to be when I start asking people on. That I don't know as much. Okay. And it's like, I wonder what they're going to expect. They're really going to have to essentially maybe watch a few clips from the podcast, because they're going to be so like thrown off. They're going to be like, oh, he's going to ask me like just a heap of questions about me and streaming. And then all of a sudden I'm going to be like, what do you think of panties? Used panties. You know what I mean? They're going to be like, what the fuck? I've never asked anyone about used panties because it was the conversation.
I'm the first.
You're the first, and probably the first of many.
The last.
Goodness me. You did a couple of IRL streams in Queensland. How'd they go? Like, how'd you find them? Did it make you feel like you wanted to do more IRL streams down the track? Did it make you feel like you
need more equipment to do it?
What were you running?
Because I was just using. I should have the stuff here. One sec.
Yeah. Give us a look. Yeah, because I find it exhausting. I don't know if you can hear me, but I find IRL streaming exhausting as fuck, man.
It is.
It
kind of takes a bit of joy away from the experience that you're doing.
Yeah, like, and you know what? On topic with that, I find any sense of like going out and taking photos while you're trying to enjoy something, like exactly. You know, I try not to ever whip my camera out unless I'm going out to like for my Instagram. I go out with the purpose of taking photos and hanging out at the same time. But I'll never be out and about and go, unless it's just a really cool moment. but I won't be like, let's go get photos over here. Let's go, because if you're always taking photos, you really. It's funny how
live in the moment, mate.
And it's funny how the moment becomes a blur. Like if you're looking through your camera the whole time with your phone, it's funny how much the moment. Have you ever had one of those moments where you regret, like you've had a really awesome moment in your life and you've just taken photos, like, and you've kind of been like, shit, I feel like I missed that.
Yeah, need to absorb it more.
Yeah,
sometimes.
I feel like
can't remember one off the top of my head, but I know the feeling.
I feel like a few concerts and stuff. I feel like I've had. I never do it now with concerts because I just like to absorb. And everyone takes motherfucking concert
they got
photos,
videos,
and it's like, who cares? You're never gonna watch that again.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, it's one of these things. Oh, look at this. Okay, yeah, I saw you had a weird. It was like doing all these weird, like Kama Sutra kind of like. I sweet. Yeah, it's something like
just
off
got
the
different angles and stuff, and just turns and then also.
Right.
It can extend. So this was really good, actually. Probably one of the best, like, because like selfie stick and a tripod all in one.
Oh shit! Yeah. That's the thing you need.
So that was like, that was heaps good.
You don't realize how many times you don't realize how many times you're gonna want to put the tripod. Like you think I'm just gonna hold this shit the whole time. You don't realize how many times you're gonna want to put it down to adjust.
Another thing I'd recommend would be this, like a shotgun mic.
What is that? The Rode Me or whatever it is?
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah. See, I was thinking of
so good.
I had a few IRL streams where the wind just beat the shit out of my viewers' ears to the point where I swear people probably had permanent ear damage after. When it's like this little island, which is, and the wind just picked up when we got there. And it was the worst feeling, man, because I just knew no one was watching anymore. I'm walking around, so I'm thinking in my mind, I was thinking, oh, everyone's going to love this, like abandoned island. It's like rumors that it's haunted. It's really fucking hard sometimes to know what people are going to want in IRL streams. And I feel like you go, this is going to crush it. People are going to love this. And it's the real, like, you're putting so much more energy essentially into your day than you would if you were sitting perhaps behind a computer at your desk and just streaming in the one spot.
Yep.
And I feel like did you feel like when you did them there was a sense of, I don't know, because you did them maybe more as just a chill thing, but did you feel maybe there was like
like you always feel like when you're just hanging around, you're thinking like, oh, I got to stream soon. What am I going to do? What am I going to do over here?
Yeah.
How am I going to make this entertaining?
Yeah, and it just
instead of just enjoying yourself.
And do you find you just, because I found for me, I enjoyed aspects of it, but there was definitely like, I got to the point where I'm like, I'm not really like overly enjoying what I'm doing because I'm constantly feeling like, are people enjoying this? Is it?
Yeah, you're always thinking.
Yeah. So do you think it's something you'll look at doing more down the track, or is it?
I think so because I live in a house now with Brooke and Oniling, so he's new to streaming. He makes music and stuff.
Okay.
So we've made like a YouTube channel and our own Twitch for the house.
Oh, hell yeah.
Which is pretty cool. So we're thinking of like, instead of doing that IRL stuff, just doing group content on those two.
Have you sort of doing like, say, where people have like cameras in different rooms as like a streaming house?
We're thinking of making a Sims, man, and then like someone would come in to control it, and then the chat would like control people what they do, which we thought would be really cool.
That would be really cool. Have you seen something like that done before? Would that be like almost?
I haven't seen anything like it.
Yeah, because I've watched an IRL stream where he did something where he let the chat dictate what he did IRL. Obviously, with there was a little asterisk next to that, but like they would basically go like walk forward or walk left. It was a shit show. He ended up almost in the water. And he got stuck on some stairs, couldn't move for like 10 minutes. It was funny, but at the same time, it was a little bit odd. Yeah, it's one of those things. Do you think there's a market for stuff like that? Do you think like...
I think the setup outweighs the like profitability of doing it.
Yeah.
Like, would need so many cameras, would need someone else to sit behind the computer and switch between things.
Because I was thinking it was almost going to be like an automated thing where someone writes in chat, like you have a list of cameras of what room, and they say like camera 3 for living room or something like that. And then I don't know, bags.
But even like that, someone would have to.
Something.
If too many people enter the command, they'd just be flicking around, and
that's true.
That is half the action.
That is true. It's weird because it's like in your mind, would you interact with like the chat during it, like yourself, or would it be like you're like almost like a inanimate kind of not inanimate, but just a character, just a.
I think it'd just be characters. It'd be kind of like role play.
Yeah,
You are the
right.
Sims. You are the people living there, and then the
Jesus.
people in chat are the overlords, just controlling you.
I know someone that makes it their mission just to kill Sims, so let's make sure that they don't come to your stream. Let's make sure we keep them. Actually, I don't know if they're still in chat, but they're in chat. Princess Ash, that's what I'm talking about. So let's make sure that you just ban her before you start that up, because you might end up in an oven. I'm just saying. Hey, also, you know what? Something I really want to talk about is you're with is it Paradox?
Mm-hmm.
Right, Paradox Gaming. How'd that all come about?
When I first started
I should say
out,
as well, just further, Paradox Gaming as a part of their stream team?
Yeah, it's part of the stream. I also was their social media manager for about 3 months.
Oh, really? Okay, shit.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I want to delve into a bit of that. Yeah. So how did that all come about?
Yeah. So when I started streaming, obviously I already knew Brooke, so Bronchi and stuff. So I was just like streaming alongside her, or she'd be my chat and stuff. And then she was part of Paradox Gaming. So then the owner, Strongside, he saw my stream, and obviously he came in there a few times, and he just asked me if I wanted to join and such. When I was small, I was like, I don't really have anything to offer. So I waited a bit, then he asked me again. I was like, okay, I'll do it. And then just had some benefits of, like, obviously I met more people, had more people in my stream when I was small, which is really great. Then get shout outs on Twitter and stuff. Obviously they had events, which has gave me a lot of followers now. Like, I don't know how many followers, I got like 1,400 or something, but a lot of them just came from just like the competitions.
So what kind of competitions were those like that?
They had a giveaway for a Switch at the moment.
Yep.
And
I did see that. That's pretty hype.
And then there was something else.
With the Switch, is that just through your stream, or is that through a number of?
It's through a number of, so all the stream team and stuff. So obviously, if you go to their Twitter, you'll see like what's it called now? Gleam, I think it's called. That most people use Gleam to get people to, like, because you can enter the competition and how you want people to enter it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't heard of it.
So you can have like the Facebook, like the Twitter, like follow their stream.
And that's good. I mean, it's that's a good way of doing it. Yeah, because I mean, I always wondered when people did competitions back in the day, and they'd be like, make sure you like this, tag 3 friends, and retweet all this shit. And it's like, are you really going to go through and check every single one of these? Fuck that shit. You ain't checking it. You're just picking someone and if they meet the requirements, then you'll check that one person. And if they meet it, it's like, no way you're checking all the stuff.
But the downside of that is you never get people that stay around. It's all just those people that want to win competitions.
Yeah, okay, so that's a thing I want to delve into as well, because competitions on Twitch can really be productive or counterproductive. I've seen people give away some massive shit, right, on Twitch, and it just blows up in their face, because as soon as someone wins, all the people are just like unfollow. Yeah, they get never coming in. It's almost like they feel almost more dirty about it because they didn't win. They're like rigged. I've only done one giveaway, and it was when I was a very small, tight little community, and it was a couple of gift cards for Steam, and everyone was really gracious about it. And the fucking people that won the gift cards bought me Steam games with all the money.
Oh, that's so nice. That's crazy.
Where's that community now, huh?
Yeah.
Where are you? Now just stack
Ados, where are you, mate?
Where Ados? Where's Ados? Yeah, he's working. He works late, man. It's such a shame. Yeah. But yeah, I got turned off by watching other people do giveaways. It's
like when I did my giveaways, they weren't even in my stream. I just have it on my Twitter or something. So I was like,
Have you ever had someone like come at you like dirty about not winning a giveaway or anything? It's never been really. Never drama, because Muselk, he's a bigger kind of I saw this wasn't a giveaway, but this just was one of those things where I just thought, fuck, sometimes we try and do the right thing. Sometimes it's easier just to not be overly nice and just keep it at a level. And it's hard. I want to be like, I'm talking about doing things for others, and you just got to almost do things for others with not expecting anything back, which is what you should,
that's what you should do anyway.
But at the same,
most of the time.
But at the same time, I think you should always expect hope that there's at least a thank you or a sense of appreciation. That's all. I think you should never expect anything, but I think at the bare minimum, you should hope that who you're supporting and helping in that way appreciates a sense of appreciation. So if someone wins a prize off you, you'd hope that they go, oh, thank you so much. That's awesome. And appreciate the fact that you didn't have to do a giveaway and whatnot, or give something to someone. Muselk was playing. Look, I only heard the story after the fact on his Twitter. He was playing with a fucking 6-year-old kid, I believe, six years old or something. And the kid's amazing at Fortnite. I think he drops like 20 bombs and shit. I don't know.
Damn.
Some crazy shit. From Australia, kids from Australia. And Muselk made a video with him in it, and then I think made another video with him in it, and then decided that he was going to give this kid a gaming PC, because the kid's gaming PC wasn't very good. Get a gaming PC. I don't know if it was like his old one, and there was a couple of, but there was, obviously if Muselk's got a PC, it's going to be fucking good.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
So it's going to give this kid like a fucking hype gaming PC, and so he said, hey, I here we go. Like, he announced it as a thing. I'm going to give this 6-year-old kid a gaming PC. I think, the least I can do. He's been in a couple of videos. He's been amazing. And I think he deserves it. He's a great kid. He's got a lot of promise. Next minute, this kid makes maybe a week or two have passed. And the PC hadn't rocked up yet, something like that. And the kid actually made a video on YouTube flaming Muselk. Flaming Muselk because he hadn't sent the PC yet. Saying
you get
that
a free PC and you're going to complain.
Exactly. And making this whole thing that Muselk ripped him off, all this shit. I didn't see the video because the video actually got pulled down. The kid pulled it down. This kid has I believe 20,000 subscribers on YouTube. He's somehow blown the fuck up. But probably because he's young and he's incredible at the game. And Muselk put up a tweet just saying, holy shit, I feel like I've been done dirty. And it turns out the reason he delayed was because he was getting the new most recent released graphics card to swap out to put in it, like a fucking 20 billion 80 or something TIW6, the whatever it is.
Yeah.
And I just thought, yeah, that's such a fucking attitude that people have these days, that, oh, it didn't turn up now. And the worst part was, it's hard because I was like, should I then... All the people on the Twitter post that Muselk put up were like, hey bro, he's only 6, he doesn't understand time and stuff like that. I'm like, fuck off. Like, maybe we shouldn't be making excuses. Maybe we should be going, well, maybe he needs to understand that you have to wait for things. What the fuck are we teaching kids these days? And I just thought, I wouldn't give him the PC.
I'd just keep it.
I'm a piece of shit. I'd give it to someone else because
it's like time for a giveaway.
Yeah, exactly. I'd be like, I would say, all right, well, I'm not supporting this attitude of someone, like, as if someone's trying to then make a what do they call them? Not a video where they out you, like an exposure video on you. When you're like you're spending more of your money to give them even more of a crazy PC. Fuck it. Like what would you do? You in that situation, would you not give it to him?
I wouldn't give it to him.
Okay, now here's the flip side. What if you've written a post about the situation, you're thinking in your head, I'm not going to give it to him. But then your whole community, and it's a big community, starts going, hey, Bags, he's only 6, dude. Chill, bro. He doesn't know. This, he's excited about his PC. Just chill. Would you think, shit, now I'm going to get backlash if they're giving you the vibe.
Send him a shitter one.
Oh, my God.
So he still gets a PC. It's just
send him just a fucking old 95 laptop or some shit.
MacBook Air from 2005.
A MacBook Air. Ultimate troll, dude.
Yeah.
Ultimate troll. Imagine. Yeah, I mean, it's like, I don't think I could do it. And I think about these people that do these giveaways, and it's like they fucking like that. They get that attitude of where that someone wins a giveaway and they just go, the person that wins it just goes, yeah, cheers, man, and that's about it. There's just nothing. That's
what I did. I won at PAX a headset, and then I gave it away to a guy. I'm like, oh, cool, here you go, man. Hopefully I see you in the chat sometime. Never saw him ever.
Yeah, and that's okay. So that's why I'm bringing full circle. It's like giveaways on Twitch, as much as they're fucking awesome. And I know we came from this because you're like, oh, we're doing a giveaway. Do you feel like there's this a sense of it's worth it for the brand 100% because it does bring people in? But do you think the value of the quality of person it might bring in and that sticks around? I mean, it's obviously worth it because it brings people in. But
I think the main thing is it makes you look. Even on followers don't mean much, but having a high amount of followers, maybe people view it more positively. View your channel more positively, at least, even if you do have low viewers. And then on Twitter, say you post on Twitter, your impressions are very valuable. So if you're getting more impressions by that being retweeted, that's really a good thing for you to have.
Yeah, it's like the bigger picture, isn't it? It's not just like the end. So it's not like the end game so much of giving it away to that one person and hoping a lot of people come by. It's really like that long haul of the process of starting up a giveaway, promoting it. Yeah, it's definitely a valuable like tool of growth.
It's just marketing more than anything.
Yeah, well, 100%. And I think marketing on Twitch, there's nothing wrong with how about you, as long as you're not obviously stepping on other people's toes. I think there's nothing wrong with it. I just wish the greater Twitch community sometimes we're a little bit more grateful sometimes with
because the thing we see a lot now is just on Twitter. All I see is just like, I'm going live. Here's my link. 50 zillion hashtags.
Whoops! I don't do the hashtags. Yeah, because that's what I was saying. I'm such a vanilla tweeter because I'm so scared to give an opinion that I'm going to be destroyed. So I literally only just my Twitter is a billboard, like a disgusting, dirty, trash billboard. And I think it's Twitter's hard, dude. It's hard to like. I don't know. It's
just for yourself, man. Like you're a pretty charismatic person. I can see you doing some pretty just funny meme tweets.
Yeah, but it's you worry that one person. Okay,
just don't worry. That's the problem. You're worrying too much.
Okay, so
don't care.
This comes up a lot. You say don't worry now. 10 years down the track, you've written a tweet that's slightly controversial, right? Didn't matter now.
Don't write anything controversial. Just do memes. That's all I do. I just meme myself out.
Okay, what if that meme 10 years down the track is seen as a horrible thing, like it's a disgusting thing. It's become something that people go, no, that's actually offensive, but we didn't think about now. But it's something so lighthearted because memes can be quite quirky, whatnot. What if someone digs that up and flames it? Like, because we're seeing it now. People are digging up some weak ass shit 10 years down the track from they're clearly jokes that people have made down like a long time ago when they were not much of anything. They dig them up 10 years down the track and then they go, hey, you look what this asshole said, who's clearly not putting those things up now, and then they lose their job. It's like
but then you always have the argument like, this was in the past, my opinions changed, I've grown as a person, this is now me.
But does that ever work for these people?
I don't know. Didn't just fight them in the street, mate.
Just say flagpole, you, me, 6. Meet you there. Yeah,
settle it out in the octagon, mate. Come on, let's go.
Fisticuffs. That's it, bro. That's the thing, and then that's like a whole nother ball game, of like, who lays hands on who first. And now it's like who lays verbal hands on people first these days. It's like, holy shit.
Soon it's just going to be thinking about it. Oh, no,
it's like prison. I saw the way his eyes twitched to the side a little bit. He clearly he had a sexual thought about me. Get him, lock him up. It's fucking wild. I feel like I keep bringing this shit up on my podcast, but it's just the nature of the internet at this point. And as the thing is, I kind of go, why do I keep coming full circle to this topic? And it's because as a Twitch streamer, and Twitch streamers naturally using Twitter, it is a real like topic. It's like like Twitch is cracking down on people that say certain things and banning. But it's like 100% like one of the most real, raw kind of things we can discuss in forms of like trying to entertain without stepping on toes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because you're deemed as an influencer, so you influence others. And then if you're obviously saying too bad of things or people find it controversial, I guess that they're just going to bring it up and just going to flame it.
Yeah, well,
you just got to be it's like you really do have to vanilla yourself at times.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, here's the thing. I talked about this to Matt yesterday as well. People are being flamed for liking tweets now. For liking.
What?
Yeah, that's so.
Fucking hell.
Someone, a young lady put up a tweet. Sorry for anyone that like listened to me talk about this yesterday, and they're like, "I've already heard it." But
I can see if it's too bad. Like. Something, yeah, okay.
Continue. No, but yeah. So she put up a tweet saying essentially that there's only 2 genders biologically, that she couldn't see that how people could be gender fluid. It was her opinion, whatever. It's like it's Twitter, whatever. Like just let her opinion. I don't give a fuck. Like it's not up to. It's I had no chime in on it. I scrolled past it. And I thought that is a bold move, my friend. Get ready.
That is something I wouldn't touch with like a 10-foot pole, man.
Fuck no.
That's way.
People lost their positions in esports organizations from liking that tweet. They didn't comment. They just liked the tweet, and someone screenshotted it and they ended up losing they let them go from there. And I don't know if they're paid positions, but they got let go. And I think liking a tweet, like, do you, that's the thing. Do you think that's taking it too far? If someone likes a tweet, do you think that reflects their views, or do you think that's just because I know I can just scroll through and be like, and I try not to like pretty much a lot of tweets if they're even slightly controversial, because I think it's just
going to fall back on you.
It's a risk because people can see that you like it, it shares it with other people. It's one of those things, but the point
just
where you
don't like anything on Twitter, make another account under a fake name.
If you want to share, if you want to rant. But it's like, have we gone to an age where we overshare? Do you think? Do you think people just fucking should keep it to themselves? Do we overshare, or do you think we have the right to? I mean, we have the right, but do you think? Does that mean we should?
Yeah, you got to think about how things are going to come back to you as a person. So
yeah, I think, and that's
it's just this day and age of technology. It's just fucking everything's a bit screwy at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, it's like funny because people act completely different on socials than they do IRL.
Yeah. And
it's like, when are we going to get to the point where I think the only point we'll get held accountable, and I talked about this again with Matt yesterday, is when if they license the internet, if that's possible. And I don't really want that to happen. So I hope that's fingers crossed. I mean, it's that's the only way I think people will ever be held accountable and act as if they're in the real world, if their face and name is linked to everything they say. And I think with everyone saying shitty, stupid things, I think it could go that way because it's like everyone, they end up ruining it for the rest of us.
Yeah, because I've just done like basic posts on Twitter, and then I've had like accounts that have been made like maybe a month ago, and you see with their posts, they just post negative stuff in people's comment like tweets just to try start beef.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Did you see recently there was a big fucking Twitter blow up with the Australian community on Twitch because someone made a Australian Twitch drama account. I can't remember what it was called.
Twitch drama. Yeah.
Did you see that? And everyone was like, "If I see you," but I did actually. I wasn't like screenshotting it, but I was curious who had followed it because I'm like, "Gee, you're brave. You followed it." I saw some names following it. And then I saw some big names flaming it. I thought, Jesus, like I wonder, because I'm not opposed to a little bit of drama. I know it sounds terrible. As long as I'm not
the drama.
Yeah, as long as I'm not in exactly, and we're entertainers, and people get then like. Here's the thing, you know how I said I watched Married at First Sight during.
Yeah, I remember.
Don't flame me, but during like I know it's very much a lot of it is very much staged and scripted. I'm not stupid, but it's entertaining because it gives that real kind of vibe. But during the parts where everyone's happy, I'm just like, oh, when's it gonna end? Which is most of the show. But then towards the end, of course, they're going to show the blow-ups because they want to make you wait because that's what they're...
Yeah.
And then you see the end and you're like, yeah, fucking punch him. Punch the bitch. You know what I mean? Like, you're just like, yeah, you want to see like people get really pissed off about relationships and people stealing their man and stuff like that, you know? But the thing is, but then you get so mad about it. You're like, oh, they stole their man. But you're like, deep down, you're like, yeah, fuck yeah, that's entertaining. But deep down, you're like, I'm so angry about this. But that's what we want. That's what it's like we don't know what we want, but that we essentially... As humans, we kind of feed off it. Well, not everyone. Yeah. Some people are going to be like, I don't feed off that. But some people are going to feed off that. A majority. That's why people like Ice Poseidon and whatnot. People, you know, they gravitate on that drama shit. Like it. I
don't know about the right level, though, of drama.
Exactly. But I'm saying as an extreme case, he clearly has at times manufactured drama that's not real. But people love it.
I remember there was so much Twitch drama going around like just a couple of months ago.
Yeah, which I think is probably what we were talking about yesterday, me and Matt. And you probably talk about like the Down Under team and stuff like that. Is that kind of what Down Under?
Kind of like that.
Yeah, and if people were actually saying like, can we get through a week without Australians causing drama? and I thought, I fucking hope not, because I'm enjoying it because I had no part in it. It didn't bother me unless someone had been really hurt in the situation. Whereas in Down Under, obviously, the guy who was running it, he had some pretty severe accusations about some sexual stuff. But when it came down to just the fucking demise of Down Under, I never joined. Were you a part of Down Under?
No.
Yeah, I never joined it. I would never join a team if I wasn't 100% sure about the person that ran it. I was never sure about the person that ran it. I was a bit, then when it came out about all this stuff, I was like, well, I guess I judged that. I dodged that bullet. But yeah, for
There's
a while.
So many orgs these days too.
Yeah, 100%. And that's the thing. Like with all these orgs, I mean, people have got to. It's like, we're starting to learn that people do need to have accountability and be careful about the drama they perpetuate, because we're seeing orgs now will drop people just on someone's
drop of the hat, mate.
Yeah, 100%, by showing a screenshot of someone liking a tweet. And it's like, holy fuck. That's
fucked.
You don't know when you're going to lose your position. But it's the same as a streamer not knowing when they're going to get banned. I know, and here's the thing, like, it's like, if you worry, like, someone had said something about this as well, but if for a different kind of thing, but it's almost like, if you're worried about getting banned, then you're probably already, like, you probably should be banned or something like that. But it's like, you know what I mean? But it's like, no, it's like I'm worried about slipping and accidentally just saying something that offends someone, because it's not their, they don't care about that. You know, not care, they don't share my opinion on it, and I ruffled their feathers, and they cause enough of a scene that I'm out, because Twitch doesn't want that negativity. Organizations don't want that negativity around their brand, whether they agree with the person or not that's causing the fire up about, you know, they go, well, fuck it, it's bringing some real negativity to our brand, we got to get rid of them. And it's like, shit, if it's that easy, like, people could really manufacture some stuff to and they have, like, with the Me Too movement and whatnot. There's been people that have, you know, not liked certain guys, and they've said, hey, he touched me inappropriately, and then that guy, their whole career just goes down the toilet, and that turns out that a whole bunch of proof comes out, and that it was all a lie and manufactured. Yep. It's too late, the career's ruined. And it's like, shit, like, living, like, do you ever feel like, I mean, I don't think for where you're at it would be a thing, but
where I'm at, bitch. What?
Like, no, but you know what I mean? Like, but for us, like, no one's going to come at us at it, because we're not, there's nothing to gain at this point. I'm talking like Ninja's someone that someone could go, you know, like that, where there's real clout to be gained from it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's one of those things. It's like, I mean, that's a big question. I don't want to get back to like Paradox and whatnot, but do you ever want to get to a stage like where, like, would you be happy to get to a stage where the stream grows? Like, do you want to stay as not small stream? I don't like, but like, obviously the size we're at, where more so we can handle our chat. We have a nice tight community where we know everyone in it. Mm-hmm. Or do you like the idea? Like, do you have plans to grow it to a point where it's so much you don't read as much chat because there's so many people, and it's, you know, like, you know, the size I'm talking about.
I like streaming to interact with the chat. That's my whole thing. Just having that community of people that I can talk to, have a bit of banter with while playing games. Maybe like 100 people would probably be like huge for me. That's where I'd feel pretty comfortable with not growing anymore. Yeah,
I agree. I think that's a real, like, and I see streamers, even like Shaggy Steve and whatnot, who have that kind of viewership, and they do really, like, it's still enough. It's a good size where they can still interact. They know everyone in there. Because they've got their main ones that talk and whatnot. Yeah, I think that's a good side. I think I've always wondered, like, it'd be hard having like thousands of people.
It's too much. You can't even read chat.
I know, and they don't. And then it's like, well, then it's like, what keeps us watching people that don't interact with chat? And I kind of think, well, then, you know what I mean? Like, if it's like, what is that pool? Do we just watch because they're popular? Like, do you think that's a thing?
Maybe just watch because other people find it entertaining. Like, think, oh, I must find this entertaining because other people do.
Do you think that's a big thing on Twitch? Do you think people watch people just because? Do you think it's kind of like a sheeple thing? You know what I mean? Like,
I'm sure they enjoy him in some way, shape, or form, but it probably is a popularity thing that all these other people are watching it. I should watch it. Yeah. All my friends watch it. I should watch it. Yeah, because it's like, the thing is, I always wonder about someone like Ninja. If he started today, humble streamer, but still the personality and whatnot. It's not like he would have 30,000+ people jump in his stream immediately, of course, obviously. No. But he would have to grind as hard as everyone else. And everyone would be like, oh, he's just another Fortnite streamer. He's good at the game, but he's just another Fortnite streamer. Mm. And not discrediting Ninja at all. I think he's an incredible streamer. I think I actually have I think people that shit on him need to check themselves, because they're just haters, mate.
Haters, yeah, 100%.
Haters because they anus.
Wait, because they're anus or atus? Anus, because they're anus. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I do agree. They're buttholes. But yeah, But yeah, because I like but I think about like if I had that if I was at that size and had that leverage of viewership to get certain brands and sponsorships and people that trusted in me to do other things, he's worked it well. But getting to that point, it's like having people come in and stick around in a stream and watch you and give a shit about what you're doing, no matter how fucking awesome the content is. Do you find that no matter how good your content is, it can be hard to keep people around because just sheerly because of size? Do you think that's something that is a big issue on Twitch? Like people kind of will not want to watch because it just isn't. Then someone's not big enough. Like
it could be. Some people may find that it's just I don't know. It's really hard. Like even just to like I feel like below 20 viewers, it's just so hard to push above that.
And
because you're so far down.
It's crazy, right? Do you notice people cap out? Here's the thing I always find weird. Is that like people will get new followers per day, right? New people come in, they love a stream. But how weird is that? That it seems like almost everyone will only grow in bursts. It's not like every day their view count slowly just builds up, and you go, oh yeah, they're on that climb. People will stay at 20, people will stay at 50, people stay at 75, people stay at 100. How
they just burst?
what do you think gets that burst? Like if you got people coming in, like even like people like Creator. I noticed that he sits really like he pulls in like I'm using him as an example just because I can think of where he's at. I know he pulls followers on the daily. He's got external things now he does like with the Click group on YouTube. They're massive. They've got like over 1 million subs. Like it's like he's in like a real thing where people are finding out about him all the time now. But then why is he not? I'm not meaning this as shade at all. He's done it incredibly well, obviously, but then why isn't he hitting 3,000? Why is he not then hitting 4,000? Why is he not hitting 5,000? What stops that growth? Like, what is it? Like, why do you cap? Like, what's your like? Have you ever thought about and thought what is? Because I've thought about that before and think, why is it like people then go too many? Oh, he's already reached his 2,000 viewer quota. I'm out because I got is it like some sort of bounce we don't know out of the door? Like
I think it's just some people want that interaction, and when you're in a streamer like that's channel, you're not going to get that interaction. So then you seek someone lower down to get interaction. You just seek attention.
But that's the thing. Then, if you're already at 2,000, what's the difference between a 2,000 viewer interaction and a 3,000 viewer interaction? Why does it seem to cap? You know what I mean? Like, and then what's the difference between say like 25 viewers to 50? You're still going to miss a couple of comments here and there. You're still going to only be reading portions. Like, why does it seem to like it's such a weird? It's maybe no one will ever know. But I get what you mean about the viewer, like the interaction one. But I still just find it's odd. Do you find like for yourself, like you cap at a certain limit, or do you think you're all over the place? Like, what do you?
It depends. When I was steady streaming, it was like I was slowly going up, but it stayed at like maybe between 10 to 20.
Yeah.
And then on some days it just bounce up to 40.
Yeah, right. Shit.
It drops back down.
Yeah.
The next stream, it's like, okay, get all these viewers, but...
And you've had a couple of, like, solid raids.
Yeah, huge raids. Biggest raid I've had is, like, 500 people from Daniel Harrison.
I fucking think I was there for that.
You probably were.
Either that or I went back and watched the VOD. No, I think I was there because I think you might put up on Twitter. I was like, oh, I want to see like his reaction. What goes through your mind during I was like shaking. I was like just so nervous. I was like, this is too many people for me. Yeah. Do you like do you like getting rated by big groups? Is my question.
Maybe like less than 100's okay. Like less than 100, I feel comfortable in being myself. Over 100, I get a bit antsy.
Yeah, I'm the same. It's a weird love-hate, isn't it? Because you kind of go, wow, this is a great opportunity to sell myself and get new people in.
And then you fuck it up.
Yeah, and I've only had a handful of, I've never had a 500. Never had like the most I have is pretty much 100. But even that to me freaks me the fuck out. Yeah. Freaks me the fuck out.
I remember streaming for like maybe 2 months, or maybe a month actually, just got affiliate. And then I get rated for 87 people. I was like, what do I do? Here's the motions for me. I get rated. Yeah.
Say let's say 100 people. I go, oh shit, it's fucking happening. I try and I go, what do I do? So I go, I need to try and do my best to keep cool under pressure, be entertaining, be myself, invite these people in, make them feel welcome, make them want to stay. No one follows. Maybe one person follows out of 100. Do you come away after that stream feeling worse? Do you kind of, because I know for me, I've come away from people raiding me, and I just come away going, I wish they didn't raid me. I just wish they hadn't raided me. Because I come away thinking that was a great stream, but that raid actually kind of then made me start second guessing things, like was I not good enough to keep people there? I don't have my view count, thank fuck, so it probably cuts
I never had my view
substantially count like them, because it does, like, people raid and instantly people are like, oh, I didn't sign up for this and they leave. It's like human nature. Yeah. And you're lucky that those certain other people stick around and hang out for a bit. But does it ever get to you? Like, has it gotten to you when you kind of feel like the raid doesn't match the...
It can change your, like, the way you're streaming completely. Like, you can be having a great stream, being yourself, being the best that you can be, and then you get raided for, say, 100 people, and it puts so much pressure on you that you're no longer yourself.
Exactly, and it ruins the flow. And I'm not saying to anyone don't raid me. I do love raids, but it's like you can't just every day practice getting raided.
It's hard.
You have to just there's no way to learn how to handle all of a sudden having that many people, and that's why it's like good to have that slow climb to the top. You don't want to. Some people just want to be, a big streamer instantly. It's like you wouldn't be able to handle it. I wouldn't be able to handle it.
I'd die straight away.
That's the thing. If I had 1,000, if I had 100 people like tomorrow, I would shit my pants. I would fucking shit my pants
100%.
Because I wouldn't be prepared. I'd be like, what's going on? And I'd be like, I'd be like, okay, where's my community? And I go, people do I have enough people talking here that it seems like 100 people are here? If they're not talking, do they care? Are you the type to overthink things, or are you the type to just let it? You seem like pretty cruisy.
Pretty cruisy, but it does get to you. Say you stream 3 days in a row and you have crap views every time. It gets to you. It wears you down. Like, you're thinking, what am I doing wrong personally to make it so bad?
Yeah,
I feel like I'm just being me.
Yeah, it's fuck, man. Streaming takes it. It doesn't. Okay, streaming doesn't take a strong person. Streaming has the potential to even make or break someone. Do you believe that?
100%. They say that a lot of people quit within a certain amount of months, and you can see it.
100%. The Fortnite, you see so many inactive Fortnite accounts now. And people that came on, they got pumped up. They didn't get the viewership they wanted. They were like, well, this is not as easy. Why am I not making millions? Where's my brand deals? And Raw said a good point in the chat about when people come in from a raid and they say wow, I love this stream, but then they don't kind of follow. And I'm the same as Roy. He said he doesn't want to say don't forget to follow, because you feel like a shill. Then you feel like you're trying to you're
just selling out.
Which is I feel like there's this. I try and tell myself there's no harm in it. Yeah, because people forget. People just don't think to follow. But with that, have you ever had someone raid you and then and you kind of wow, I respect this big streamer, and then they don't follow? Or has everyone kind of followed after that? Because
I think everyone that has raided me has followed, but that's just because I'm entertaining as fuck.
Oh, what are you trying to say?
Same as you, Matty.
Well, no,
I'm sure they followed. No, they must have just forgot. You were just they were so entertained by you that it just slipped them on.
No, that's the problem. I feel like I get so fucked up by a big raid, and then I stop streaming instantly as I lose my flow. I don't stream as I have been. I just become this melted mush of fuck. Yeah. And I'm just like, what am I saying? And I try, and then I try and read the names that are in there to welcome in, and I just fuck all the names up. And they're like, does this guy even speak English? I thought I was in an English channel, but he's going, hello, am I saying it right? Shit.
The IQ drops.
Exactly. And then you're like, I'm definitely losing them. But yeah, I had a pretty well-known streamer raid me. My first day back after taking three weeks off. I've been back for this week, and the week before I came back on a Tuesday. And I've never been so nervous to come back after a break. I don't know why. I think because I had fucking cut my hair, and obviously the beard had been gone for a while. Beard, mate? And beard, I'm so glad it's gone, by the way. I want to get around to, I want to get it's so much work. So much work. Every day. This is so easy. To maintain, but I changed my
mustache.
I want to get to that, so I'm gonna I have some questions about your face, by the way.
My face.
Yeah, I got some questions. So don't. I've got some questions quick. Actually, how long do you have? Are you? Because
we have plenty of time. I'm going to stream later with Brooke. We're going to do like a horror stream, but there's no rush. We don't usually start till about 9 p.m.
Okay, good, because I don't want to hold you up if you got to go.
That's all good then.
But yeah, I think I changed my room and everything. I spent the week before I came on. I like kind of tried to freshen it up and stuff. And I was,
good.
Thank you. Yeah, but I was so like, I guess I'd done so much that I came back hoping I hope I just don't have like when you take a break. Do you feel like when you come back you have to make it? You can't just come back as you were. You feel like you have to come back like as this new and improved, like have a reason for leaving.
Yeah,
like,
you have to come back with energy. If you don't come back with energy, you got no one.
And I didn't. I came back with the lowest energy I think because I thought, I'm putting so much pressure on. I was so nervous. I've never been this nervous. I've taken like 3 months breaks and I come back with like too much energy. Where I'm like, what's up, motherfucker? Like screen's like literally physically shaking because my webcam's just rattling from the pressure. It's like, and it's too much. I'm like, okay, Matt, next stream you came in a bit strong, came a bit hot. Next stream you just now we'll level it out. But the last stream I came in, I was just like, hello guys, I'm back. And I was so scared. And I was not in the right mindset. I was not me. I was not myself. I kind of just been dealing with like overthinking about the comeback. Came back and the streamer fucking raided me not long into it. And I just was a mess. I was like, hello friend. Like, and I just didn't know what to say. I was not conditioned.
Okay.
In my mind I was like, fuck, why today? And a few people stuck around. So my life, a few people stuck around. But the streamer stuck around for like a minute. I don't know. They might have been lurking, but they didn't follow.
Okay.
And all I could think about for the rest of the stream was I fucked up. And it left me feeling shitter than when I started. And I was like, shit. I'm like, I got to stop letting that get to me. And I just feel like that's
a chance like to collaborate if you do the right thing from then on.
Yeah. It's like you go, well, that person's, they're going to see my name down the track.
They hate me.
Well, yeah. They're going to be like, well, I watched him. I wasn't interested. Speaking of creator, no shots, aimed at him, but it's crazy, all right? I don't judge. You know how you can have a point system in your stream, where you can have like, hey, here's my, I've got pube points. Want some pubes? Just people come up with all their weird shit. And I had drops, which was weird. What the fuck? Because cactuses hold water, so drops.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, well, you're the horticulturist. So I had that, and I all of a sudden I realized you could check the leaderboard, and it would show who's been in your stream. And so I thought, this could be interesting. I'm gonna check some bigger streamers and see if anyone's ever been dipped by my stream, because if they've been even in for a minute, it will show it on the thing. So I typed a few people. The only person I came up on anything was Creator, and he had watched my stream for a minute, and I thought,
a minute.
Yeah,
it's better than nothing.
And is it though?
But you got to think he could come in a point where you're just so busy with something else.
A minute.
Yeah.
A minute. But
you could be in an intense fight for a minute in Fortnite if you're playing Fortnite and being tough.
But let's be real. A minute. If someone watches for a minute and leaves and no follow, no interaction, that's. Would you say that's game over? You've obviously now it's game over. The dude's like fucking huge, but like. I saw that and I was like, I wish I hadn't done that to myself, because now I'm kind of like, wow, like clearly, him being a quite a reputable streamer, and he wasn't like the size he is now, but he was on the come up. And when I saw that, and who knows when he had come in, but I was like, wow, I guess I fucked that one up. and it's like, because I thought, well, he's seen me, and because that's how the human mind works. Well, a lot of people, maybe not yours, but definitely mine. I know I'm not alone, where you instantly go to the worst case scenario. Well, he saw me, I wasn't good enough, and
I always go to the positive.
Really? So when you say, well, at least he saw me for a minute, maybe he'll come back. Yeah. Like
he saw me for a minute, I could have just been out, be right back, and just gone to the restroom. You never know when he came in.
Yeah.
I always think for the positive.
Yeah,
I think, who cares? Like, he's a content creator. I don't need him to like me. I'm not seeking his approval to be a streamer.
No, that's true. But I think it's very easy to be like, well, people trust their word on it. That obviously they've made it to a point that I would like to get to, and you would hope, and then you can't. Yeah, you are. Look, I guess it's the life of an overthinker. When you start questioning everything and whatnot, do you have to practice that kind of positive thinking, or is it something that 100%. Comes naturally?
Like, I probably didn't have it naturally. I always thinking about the worst, and I was just like, wait, why am I thinking about the worst thing possible? it's not going to change anything.
Yeah, yeah. It's hard though. I mean,
It is. It's very hard.
Fuck. It's
Doesn't happen overnight, mate.
No, 100%. But do you think, in a way, negative thoughts can not? And I'm saying negative. That sounds bad. But do you think, in a way, that it's almost can be a kick up the butt to go, all right, what can I do differently?
It can be, yeah.
Or do you think there's any positives of having not being dead set, just always positive thinking? Do you think really people should just practice that positive thinking? Or do you think there's a reason that our brains kind of sometimes tick over a few scenarios that worst case?
Yeah, it's probably just a way to make you change yourself, like learning from the negative. But if you just overthink the negatives all the time, you're just gonna
fuck yourself out. And I've done it so many times where it's just ruined me to the point where I'll take a break for 3 months on stream because I've overthought situations and it's damaging. And now I think I've been in the stream game for like 3 years. It takes a lot for me to kind of really start worrying. Because you know, once you see it all, you kind of like you've been through it with those scenarios. I want to jump back to Paradox and whatnot and being part of a stream team, and as we'll talk about like some of the. I know you got to go to that VR place.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Which is dope. Like,
until you find that photo, I was like, how the fuck did this guy get this?
Yeah, well, bro, you do not take enough photos of yourself. I got to say, you're one of the least vain people I know. Everyone else I had on this week had photos. Like, I was like, which one will I pick? I was like, all right, well, I'll take this promo picture.
Yeah, even my Instagram is just like memes, like me walking with my potatoes on my head.
Exactly.
Like grocery bags.
And I was like, I need like a kind of, you know, at least, you know, and I was like, well, I guess and it was a cool photo though. I like it.
Yeah, it's a
like,
good
you
photo.
know, with the, you know, you gangster with your VR gun and whatnot.
Yeah.
What was like the like, have you been sent to other things? Was that kind of like the first time you've been given that like an opportunity like that? And what was like, obviously the VR place, for anyone that doesn't know, like what was kind of like the opportunity that they gave to you?
Yeah, it was great. So we got to test out a new game. So we'll start with that.
Yep.
At that VR place. So it was a 4v4 like PvP game, which was really good. We got to experience it for the first time. And I whooped some ass.
Oh, I bet you did.
Yeah, I destroyed them. Absolutely destroyed them.
And modest too.
Yeah, of course. Humble.
Anyone, is it anyone that could be watching Bronchi and she's probably like, fuck that guy?
Brooke was in Queensland. She did the one in Queensland. I was there with like Alithia, Pixel Smixel.
Yeah, who'd you fuck up?
Oh, I killed them all. Alithia and that were on my team. But I didn't really know who I destroyed.
Really?
They were too destroyed. They were just distraught, just on the ground.
They're just melted puddles of what once was a human. Yeah. You're back turned, walking away. Don't bother me again, kid. Like
too many melee kills, man.
Oh, really? Melee? Really?
No, I was joking.
I was about to say, because like, imagine it being just a sneaky little kabam, like, and they don't know, like, who did that? If that wasn't part of the game. Okay, you don't walk around in it? Like, surely. Like,
you walk around, man. They have a whole like area, like a whole warehouse, and it's got cameras overhead and like sensors everywhere.
No
and
way.
You walk around completely, and it's so trippy when there's like the edge of the map and stuff, and you like think you're gonna fall off, and you like take a step, and your brain's like you're gonna fall.
But really, you're just there like looking at a wall, like I can't do it. I'm not gonna jump. People are like, why is he talking to a wall?
Yeah, exactly.
Do you have like, while you're playing it, do you have a fear that you're gonna run into something? Surely, because there's poles and shit though that they've like obviously structural.
No,
poles.
there's no poles. It's all like
in a picture. There's like
it's all like held from the ceiling.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah, and then there's like a set area where it's all taped off, and that's like the edge of the map, really.
So you can't really.
The sensors will cut you off.
Yeah, so you feel like soft tape before you run into a wall or something, or like.
No, the sensor. There's just like on the visor in game will just say.
Yeah, but like even if like you get to the edge of the map, there's not like a wall IRL.
No,
like,
it's still the wall's probably good 2 meters.
There's a buffer, so I feel like do they say you can't run in it? Are they like don't run?
I was running, man. I was a quick jog to get back to the respawn to pop out.
Though when they prep you, do they say? Because I find, have you ever played like Laser Zone, like laser tag? Yeah. And they're like, no, don't run. We don't want to see runners. If you run, we'll shut the game down. Walking. So everyone's trying to reenact this essentially Warzone, like futuristic, great battle of the universe. But everyone's just like,
yeah.
Bang bang. Like, wait, so they say something like, like trying to walk away from them, like don't shoot, but they're not running because they like I don't want to get banned, I don't want to get kicked out of this place. Like
it makes for great photos.
Yeah, it's like goofy as fuck. I like when I play laser, I feel like that just ruins the experience. And I was thinking surely because at first before you said it, I thought essentially maybe it's stand still and I don't know. But yeah, but that's amazing. And if you can run, honestly. But hold on. Is there a chance you could run into someone else, or can you see that?
Yeah, so your visor thing you wear has like a sensor to tell you if you get within range of someone. I think it's like 2 meters.
Yep.
So they come up on your visor, then like gives you a warning you're too close.
Oh, really?
You can see them and everything. You can see their character, but it just tells you because you don't really know that depth perception per se. So it just gives you a warning.
What do the characters look like? Are they like what?
Depends what game you're playing. Like they can.
Oh, they've got a couple. Really? Is this a pricey thing? Is it like what's the cost of going to? Because I would love to try it, but I can imagine because it's like new tech and shit like that they would probably charge you.
I'll get you in.
Oh, if you can pull some
connections, dude.
You pull some strings. I would love to try. Do you know if they've got one in Sydney? Because you said
I'm sure we could probably organise something for PAX.
Yeah,
if you're coming down to PAX again.
I don't know if I am. I fucking hope so. I gotta find a way. I gotta find a way. Look, I'll sell my self or something.
Sell your collections.
No,
I have to duck to the restroom, mate.
Do your thing. No, I'll keep the chat entertained. And when we come back, I want to hear a bit more about Paradox. Yeah. All right. Good luck. Be safe. Be safe.
Thanks, buddy. I'll need it.
Okay. I was about to say he's going to be able to hear me. Oh, thank God he's gone. No, what's everyone thinking? Welcome to. Actually, I'll take this chance to welcome a few people in. I followed during the stream. Thank you for all the actually, this is the most followers I think we've had during a podcast. Don't fall in. But Team JDog 99, welcome in. Steve C, I see you in there, dude. Steve C, how you doing? If anyone who's from Bagstream, put your hand up. Let me. Who's from Bagstream, or who's just stumbled in the podcast? If you just stumbled in, thank you. If you're from Bagstream, hell yeah, baby. Louis, what's up, Louis? I see you there, dude. Vipermon 2, what's good, baby? BD Corey, I like the name Corey. It's a cool name. It sounds like someone that could beat me up. Sounds like someone that would beat me up. To Corey, all I'm saying is please show mercy. Was it Content Machine for the host? Appreciate it. Bluey, thank you for the follow as well. Peppy for the follow. And I think Dashy did the sub beforehand. I fucking love you guys. Hopefully you're enjoying it. I know we're going long again. Another long one. Oh jeez, he's busting back in again. Oh goodness. And we're back. Oh hell yeah! Back. That was actually perfect. It was a good chance for me to welcome everyone in and say thank you for the follows and whatnot. I don't know if they're everyone's from your community, but you brought a couple of people, even if not. Like we've gotten the most follows during a podcast that we've had so far this week. So obviously, you're the best guest. That just that's how.
The worst guest.
No, I'm measuring it off how many people gets brought in. So pretty much the clout factor, really.
Yep.
And also someone just said, don't fall in. Did you fall in? Was that like a...
I did. I tripped and fell.
Goodness, all right. Were you okay now, though?
Yeah, I washed it all off.
Are you okay to continue
It's just my right hand. Yeah.
Okay, good. Thank goodness. Okay.
My dog's being annoying. Get out of here, Mal. What are you doing? He always rests his head on my lap.
Oh, that's a big... So, yeah, my pups are too small. They're little, like, ankle bites.
Get out of here, Mal.
They can't do that. Oh, it's so cute.
He's a cutie.
Little cutie pie. With Paradox, so we were talking about, obviously, getting that opportunity, and that VR, bro. I was interested. I've actually never played VR. Never used a VR headset.
Yeah, that was my first time.
Really? Did you find it made you like? Did you get motion? Did you get motion sick, or is there like? Did you find there was some adjusting? Yeah.
But then once you got used to it and realized that you couldn't fucking like with the ramps, even though it's flat ground normally in the game, it's a ramp.
Oh.
You'd go to step high and step too hard, so you just have to realize.
Oh shit! That sounds like dangerous as fuck.
Yeah.
That's like when you don't know there's like a curb that you're about to walk off because you're not paying attention or something, and you step off it and you go clunk and you're like, oh shit. Yeah. And it's not a good feeling, like your body like
it's not.
Yeah, I feel
when
like,
you're asleep and you go to take a step and you dreams and you miss a step and you're just like
oh, in your dream and you feel like
haven't you ever done that?
I've had
I've
had dreams where I feel like I've like hit the bed.
Yep.
Have you ever had that where all of a sudden you like and it feels like you fell and you just landed on your bed and you're like, what the fuck? But it's like you must just jolt and it feels like... Have you ever had that where it's like you feel like you're falling and all of a sudden you hit the bed and you wake up?
No.
Like, nothing.
Only the ones where you feel like you've missed a step and then your leg kicks out because you think you got to save yourself.
I've never had that. So that's crazy. Okay. dreams. What a thing. I mean, have you ever had a dream about streaming? Like something fucking
Yeah,
up?
I've had a dream where I thought I said something so bad on stream. I woke up, I checked my VOD for the last stream. I'm just like, did I actually say something? I watched the whole fucking VOD just to make sure I didn't say
You watched the whole thing?
Yeah.
It was that vivid.
I was like clicking through. I was like, did I actually say this? Did I actually say this?
Oh my God.
I was so paranoid.
You didn't say it.
No, I didn't say it. It was just in my dream.
Along the lines of what was it? It was probably like, I hate MattyAP or something like that.
No, it was bad. It was real bad. Yeah, it's like, I think like someone said something in chat and then I like died or something to like a really bad in-game occurrence, and then I just said something.
Just let it fly.
Yeah, just too much rage.
Well, thank God it was a dream. Holy shit.
I was so scared.
Yeah,
I was like, I'm banned.
You know what? I actually, when I asked you that question, didn't expect something so like, because that's funny that you had to like, it was that vivid that you had to go back and check to make sure.
I felt like it was real.
Oh, that's terrifying. I used to work doing I used to run a videography company. I used to shoot weddings. And I got out of that, and I had these dreams, even like months after I finished doing the job, that I'd rock up at a wedding, and I wouldn't. And actually, my wife shoots weddings now, photography. She had the same dream last night, where you rock up at the wedding and you don't have your gear, and the wedding starts, and you're like, I don't have my gear. I can't shoot it.
Play your Samsung, mate, and just
because that's the thing, because you can't do it. You don't have a second shot. No pun intended at it. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things. Like, it's funny when you're doing like something like streaming or a job, and it's just your brain fucks with you. You know what I mean? It's like, this could happen. Don't you forget, you're not invincible. It's like, whoa, settle down. We're friends. You're in my head. It's one of those things. It's scary, dude. I'm not a big fan. I'm not a big fan of dreaming. Not a big fan of it. Even good dreams, I don't like them. It makes me tired. I don't know.
I'd rather just keep sleeping in the blackness and just wake up refreshed.
Well, it's funny because I was talking to Ellie, who was on the podcast on Tuesday, how I have a slight phobia of sleep.
Okay.
Which is weird. It's not like it fucks with me every night, but I'll like, how dare you, by the way, say it's weird.
Sorry.
How dare you? This is an intimate thing I'm telling you. No, but like I'll be lying there and it's fine. Usually I'll just drift off. But every now and then I'll think about how weird sleep is while I'm lying there, and it would fuck me up. And I'll be like, wow, now I'm going to struggle to want to fall asleep. Because it's like like you said, that you'd rather be in the blackness, but then it's like you don't exist. You're just in nothingness. Yeah. You know what I mean? Not to freak everyone out.
Asleep, man.
That's
how I literally just picture blackness, and this is how I fall asleep so quick. I just picture it, and then I let my eyes like transfer it to my brain, and then I relax my eyes and I fall asleep.
Do you listen to anything when you sleep?
Sometimes I do, but not usually.
Really, just silence. You go to bed in complete silence.
Yeah.
I don't think I could do it. I have a bit of ringing in the ear. I've like tinnitus, so I hear like ringing, so it drowns out. But man, I don't know. That's crazy. I don't know. Not crazy. I don't want to use your terminology.
Crazy.
You know. I'm not going to flame you like you flame me about it. Anyway, Paradox Gaming. So I don't. Fuck. Sorry, I'm tangent city over here because I'm so interested in everything about you. But
interesting person.
Yeah, actually. There's a lot to talk about, dude. Not that I was like unsure. But no, but I think out of all my guests, we've probably communicated the least. Probably. Like
met at PAX and just in-stream.
And pretty much you were just ripping off your eyes and going,
scaring people.
If anyone knows, he had a Spider-Man mask on that had detachable eyes that left these creepy little like fucking horrific little holes in the mask, and he just would. It was. Bro, I had nightmares about that shit. I didn't really, but I actually had sexy dreams about it, but let's not go into that. But yeah, so Paradox. So you got invited to that when you were quite your early days.
Yep. Small baby streamer.
Yeah, and they've had the giveaways and whatnot, which you said helped you stream quite a lot. Yep. You're being given the opportunity to do the VR thing, which is awesome. Was there any other like things that you've been invited to because of it, or?
Mostly just like PAX stuff, obviously, because I was the social media manager then. Just like.
What was how'd you get the social media manager job? I've always wondered about that. How did someone get into social media management?
The person that was doing it left, and then no one wanted to fill the role. I was like, I can step up for a bit, because I just was working at the time and streaming. Okay. But then it became too much, like streaming, working, and doing tweets.
So
it's a it's a lot of work being a social media manager.
Massive. It's hard enough to run your own social media,
Yeah.
let alone then be careful, make sure, because obviously there'd be rules and guidelines, and they'd probably tell you roughly what they want you to post at certain times for marketing. Was it was it something you got paid for, or was it like?
No, it was just free.
Really?
But then I was in the stream team, so I was like, I'm getting all these benefits as a low streamer, as a beginner.
But do you think anyone in a social media manager job, because of how much work's involved, do you think that people should get paid for something like that?
Well, they should, but on a small organization, they don't really have the budget for it.
Yeah.
So they can't really do it. Like a lot of people are doing everything for free.
I mean, in the way, it's showing the passion to the I mean, that's a thing. It shows your involvement and passion to that organization. And I think that bodes well. And it's I mean, it when in Paradox Gaming, is there like levels of growth? Like, is there like a way? Because I've never been in like a stream team or organization. Mm-hmm. Is there like options to grow, or once you're in it as that role, or like what's kind of like the?
It's usually most roles are set out, I guess, in at least that org. I don't have too much experience with other orgs, but I'd say it'd be the same. If someone leaves, they usually try to get someone outside of the org mostly.
Yeah, right.
So probably more experience as it grows. Yeah.
What are some of the other benefits of like being in an organization, or even just Paradox and whatnot? Like, getting sent places. Like, how else do they kind of support?
Well, being sent out, I got to meet like Alithia and stuff, and then they've come to my channel from there, which is really nice.
Yeah.
So that's a massive positive.
Yeah, hell yeah. On the topic of networking, like, what's your stance on like networking? What do you think is like an acceptable kind of level of networking?
Yeah,
what's like your kind of because I know networking is such a touchy thing at the moment, and even I'm unsure about. Essentially this podcast is in a way networking. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but this podcast is different to most other networking.
Yeah, but then I go, shit, are people going to think I'm like network? Like it's because people are so worried about it at the moment because of the way other people have gone about it and given it a negative stigma. It's like, do you feel like there's like what's the limit to networking? What's like what if you were to like want to hit up another streamer to collaborate, let's just say, what would be your method? Like, what would say be like, how would you essentially go after it?
I guess it would depend. Mostly I'd try to go for like a natural process, like through maybe a tweet or something that then they like or I like of theirs, and then something happens. Or just like those events that I went to and then I got to meet them. Yeah. I don't like trying to be too pushy with it. If I meet you and I like you and we have a conversation, cool. Yeah. We can go from there. But I'm not going to push it upon you to be like, oh, walk up, I'm this person, nice to meet you, this is my Twitch and stuff. Every time I introduce myself, I'm always, my name's Darren. Later on, if they ask, I'm Bagzmystro.
Yeah, because I think I did meet you as Darren essentially at first, and you're like, well, I'm Bagzmystro and whatnot.
Because you'd say that to you because I've been in your stream, I've talked to you. That's how you know me from the chat.
Yeah,
Bagzmystro.
Yeah, 100%. It's one of those things. Do you think anyone's too big to be approached? Do you think there's
the right
a hierarchy, or do you think that like if you were at a point where you had say where you wanted to be of like maybe 100 viewers per stream, and someone would say 20, someone say with 20 viewers, or let's fuck with it. Let's say 15. That's 20. 20 and 15 almost at times people look at differently. Yep. Someone has 15 viewers concurrent, but they hold them. They hold them to 10, 15. They come to you and they say, hey, but it's hard. Like, obviously there's a lot of different scenarios. And they ask to collaborate. Obviously it'd be on a case-by-case basis. Yep. But what, like, would you be looking for someone if like you've connected with them previously, like, and like, I guess really it comes down to like, have you had already just interactions leading up to that person asking to do something? Like, obviously if someone comes at you and you don't know who they are, like it's kind of like or you type to kind of go, like I maybe like humor it and kind of go, maybe like.
I think it would depend. I'd obviously ask if they have any ideas, and then maybe if I like that idea, sure, we might do something. But I don't even stream collab with anyone usually anymore.
Yeah.
Like I used to
Not
stream
anymore.
with Brooke and stuff because it just like you're talking and then you got to talk to her like the other streamer, and then
Yeah.
even if you got pushed to talk and they can't hear you, you get interrupted and stuff, and it just wrecks flow. So
Yeah. I find that too. I find I can't play games with people on stream. Obviously, with the podcast, like I'm not responding back to chat. I have it in front of me. I do skim over it, see what people are saying and whatnot. So I am reading what you guys are saying.
if there's a good topic there, we'll bring it up, guys. Don't worry.
100%. But it's just. But then people are going to be like, "What? So he didn't think my topic was good when I?"
No shit.
Oh no. But
there's the drama.
But yeah, no, yikes! People are going to be mad offended. But yeah, it's really just that case by case, huh? It matters on a whole bunch of different factors. But yeah, I agree. It's very hard to then keep chat happy because and interact with them while having an actual voice talking to you as well.
That's why that's why we made that other Twitch, because me and Brooke and Marty, we all live in the same house. If we stream like we're going to do later as a group, we'd have to choose whose channel we want it on. And then it's like, oh, do I do it on this channel? Do I do it on this channel? It's unfair if we do it on that one.
Well,
but if we have that group channel,
it's funny because one of your last streams you were streaming with Brooke a horror game. I think it was Outlast 1. Yeah, I was watching the part where guy fucking cuts his doesn't cut anything off, actually, if you haven't played it. Spoiler alert in 3, 2 for Alice. 3, 2, 1, block your ears. When he cuts his finger off and the guy's puking everywhere and you're like, wow, that's a lot of bugs. And I was thinking, I wonder how they decided whose stream to stream on out of both of you, because obviously growth either way it's working, but obviously
one channel's bigger than the other.
One channel is going to really, one channel is going to get more attention at that moment. Is it just do you just kind of go,
usually we just rotate.
Yeah, okay.
We just rotate and make it even. So first mine, then hers, then mine, then hers.
Yeah, right. And I guess that's where
it's fair that way.
Yeah, and I guess with this other channel, what's this other channel called so people can follow it?
It's called Obrag. So we have only links.
Feel free to put it in the chat if anyone wants to suss it all.
I don't even think I can. Obrags. Yeah, it's called Obrag. So only links, Bronchi, and Bagzmystro. So we just like combine all the names into one.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Good. I like it. Yeah. That's hype, man. Have you done any streams on it yet, or is it?
We've uploaded our first video to YouTube, but we haven't done a stream on it yet. We've only just announced it today.
Oh,
and we haven't
really?
even tweeted it out yet. So I've got to make the logo, but the banners. I made the banners the other day, yesterday I think. So they're looking pretty all right.
This is a panels. They do look good.
Yeah, so I made those. And now I've got to make a logo, and then we've got to make it some some YouTube art, and then we're good to go.
Hell yeah, dude. All right, you got a new follower from me.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
No worries at all. Well, I was like, how have I not heard about this? I felt like a bit dickish, because I'm like,
no, we only made it.
I was like, I've got him on
today.
I've got him on, and I literally am not following him on one of these things. And I thought, that's a bit shitty, and now I'm like, okay, now. So yeah,
I haven't even tweeted it out or anything, so it's still new.
You know, I love that. It's like perfect to have you on today then, because it's like a little bit of like a press thing. You know what I mean? You come on, you actually, you know what? It's funny because most people that come on, they're just like, I say, you know, what do you got going on? Like, feel free to plug yourself and your stuff. They go, oh yeah, well, I'm on here right now. It's just my Twitch. But you've actually got something essentially that's new to like promote, which is fucking hype. I feel like this podcast is a real thing now. That's hype. And actually, with designing like stuff, do you see yourself as a bit of a graphic designer? Obviously, you've got.
I learned Photoshop yesterday when I made it.
But wait. But did you make your banner for like for your current Twitch page?
No, one of my the guys from Paradox made it, but I want to get it changed because it's pretty old.
Okay,
because my logo is actually a meme from when I was eating KFC, and a chip fell out of my mouth, and then they screenshot it and then turn into a meme. So I turn into my logo.
Bro, the weirdest shit becomes memes, huh?
Yeah,
like
it's good.
The weirdest shit. That's so funny, dude. Yeah, I love it. I actually noticed just when I hit you up, I changed my profile picture on Discord now, but we had the exact same kind of thing going on. We were both like looking to the side, the red fucking glowing eyes. I was like, wow, that's weird. And like look exactly. And I like shaved my beard and I don't know if I had a haircut.
Practically the same.
I was like, wow, we are like one and the same. I actually, on topic of your banner, look, I don't know, because you didn't have it in your panels, but I'm just curious because you did have like, on top of Paradox Game, you had ESGO, Gateway Gaming, Affliction Digital. Like, I just wanted to like...
They're all sponsors for Paradox.
Oh, for Paradox, okay. Yeah, right.
So not for me, for Paradox.
Does that trickle down to what you do, or you don't? It's not so. It's
just there. I just put it in there and just left it.
Yeah. I think, hey, that's the thing. Like, sometimes just having any sponsor, not any, because obviously you can have some shit sponsors that are like a deterrent. Actually, good topic though. When you see people with sponsorships, but they're like they clearly just nab those sponsorships just to look like they've got something going on, and it's not even something like, say it's a clothing brand, they're not even wearing the clothes, or like they don't really, you can tell that they've just wanted to have a brand slapped on a thing.
Looks good.
Is that a bit of a turn off, or do you kind of do your thing, or you know what I mean?
I never even like look at people's panels usually.
Really? You're not a panel surfer?
I jump in a stream, and if I enjoy the person's content, I'll drop a follow and I'll pop back every now and then when I get the chance. Because like as a stream, you don't really get much time to watch other streamers, which sucks.
True. Yeah.
When I can, I pop in. I don't even read stuff, man. That's too much effort for me.
I'm a big panel boy. Oof.
Really?
Oh yeah. If I start watching a stream as I'm watching them, I'm like, like if I feel like if I jump into a stream, I go, this person seems interesting. I'll stick around for a while. Usually don't chat. I'm not a big chatter though. I'm very much just lurk. Like they a lot of time people will never hear from me.
I'm a lurker, yeah.
I'm a big
Notorious.
lurker. Big lurker. I'm actually a very shit typer. I'm a slow typer. I make a lot of mistakes, and that's pretty much the reason why. Because I'm just like, fuck that. I can talk, as you can tell, too much. But I can't. But my typing is abysmal. So I feel like I just, if I could like, if text to speech was that damn good, I could just talk. And it would just perfectly write it out for me. That'd be a lot easier. But yeah, going to the panels, learning a bit like where they're from, learning a little bit about, and then checking out the social media as well, because I do like checking people's Insta. I like seeing what their Twitter is, because their Twitter usually gives you a bit more. I don't know. I guess when I jump into a stream, I start and I go, this person could be a cool person to invest time into. I guess I like people as a personality, and I think, well, I want to know more about this person that I'm going to invest my time in. So it's one of those things. I guess that's, I mean, so when you're looking for someone to watch, do you like a relatable, personable person, or do you like kind of someone that's entertaining and a bit more of a character? What do you gravitate to? I know obviously a bit
depends what I watch, really.
Yeah.
If I'm watching like GTA roleplay, which I've been watching mostly at the moment,
which is obviously going to be
a character.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. So, I mean, I guess with that's guaranteed going to be your character. Do you ever see yourself as a bit of a character streamer because you've got your like...
Yeah, I'm a bit of a meme.
Because you got your scenes and whatnot, like your jail cell scene, and have you been working on more stuff like that? Because I know you're very...
I've been thinking of more stuff to do, 100%. Always thinking about ideas. Got like an idea of who wants to be a Bagzillionaire. That's my next one I want to work on.
Ooh, I like it.
So it's going to be like a game show kind of thing.
Oh, fuck yeah.
But yeah, that's going to take a lot of effort on my behalf. So I got to get that done first.
But I mean, that's the thing. I was talking to Matt about this yesterday, Metamatic Matt, about the effort sometimes involved in something and then you release it and it comes to such a lukewarm kind of response, and you kind of go, shit, I could have just had like a better response not doing any. It's like, it's hard not to get deterred, I think, sometimes, because Twitch is fickle. You can make like this big segment, this big crazy song and dance, this big high production, and then people are like, but I just want to talk to you, bro. What are you doing? You know what I mean? I just want you to talk back to me. It's it's one of those things. Do you ever worry that you're going to put time into saying, and you like, obviously like there's always, I guess maybe that like, I hope people like this, but I guess Twitch being finicky to some degree, do you ever kind of worry, like, do you think like, I'm going to put a heap of effort into this, and regardless if people are going to like it or not? Or do you kind of sometimes go, like maybe this isn't worth the effort?
I put efforts into my scenes, and a lot of people respond to that, I guess. They always respond to my green screens. As soon as like someone new comes in and they see all my green screens, they're like, oh, such high production. But it's just taking me 10 minutes to make a scene.
Well, oh, really? Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. People are starting to delve into the world of making like more scenes. I guess with stream decks as well.
Yeah, because I got a stream deck. It's just like
Makes
it's
it
just
easy,
so
isn't it?
different. Like if you go to a stream and they've got nothing, it's just them talking. Obviously, you have an advantage by having those scenes, having
Yeah.
a bit more of a meme to you.
Yeah, 100%. And see, that's the argument I always kind of come up to as well, is like green screen versus no green screen. Having just that person on screen versus having them and being able to have that crazy environment behind that you can change on the fly, or having like a personable kind of touch of people being able to see your environment every day and get used to that one environment. Like when you start, have you always been on green screen, or did you start with like
I only started, like, I've been streaming for like 10 months now.
Yep.
Well, on and off, because I keep taking breaks because I'm a crap streamer.
Hey, no, that's exactly my story. Don't stress it.
But yeah, I probably streamed for like 2 months without a green screen. I was like, nah, I need this.
Yeah.
And then I got a green screen, and then I can do all the crazy zooms, which people love
Yeah.
on just those rare occasions. And it just can do so much more with this stream.
I
can have so much more of the game too. Like people can see that.
That's always a big plus. I think people say like it takes it's you're obstructing the game a lot less. Do you ever feel like oh shit, what was the question? Do you ever feel it's gone. I had a really good one too. It's another insightful one, dude. Do you ever feel like there's a chance to overuse like memes when they're in front of you, like on your thing? Have you ever felt like you've overused them? Like, I'm not saying but I don't think. But have you ever felt like?
I feel like I've used it.
And you've kind of gone, oh shit, like I've kind of like, because it's hard. I have to admit, I had like a thing called Snap Camera, which is like a Snapchat filter thing that I was using for a while on my camera. Like you could do a whole bunch of crazy, like change the looks, obviously, like Snapchat.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, Matt, don't overuse this. Like when I first downloaded, I was like, okay, just use it like maybe once a stream for like a second, just a little like bloop, and people were like, what's that? Ended up that pretty much 90% of my stream, if not 100%, was me with a different filter on my face.
I feel like I just have me as like Goku the entire stream.
Bro, like I could have like literally a like cartoon version of Trump's head. Like, and I was like, it's huge. But like people started, like one person in particular who trusts their word, they were like, I just want to talk to you. Like, I'm here for you, not these. And I kind of was a bit like, I'm trying to be entertaining. But then I kind of thought about it. I was like, like, I mean, is there like a fine balance between like memes and having fun, but then people wanting that relatable kind of chat with you every day? Like, do you find it hard to like snap in and out of being relatable and real and having like, but also being fun and that little bit of like more than maybe you'd be just if you were sitting in your room playing games by yourself? You know what I mean? Is it hard to snap back and forth?
At times. Especially if you're playing, like when I was playing Apex, it's so hard because you're just so into the game. It's so fast paced compared to like Fortnite, where you got a little bit of time when you build. You can jump around and be a bit silly. And
do you find the game can fuck your mood up? Because I know for me, it can make or break a stream. Like, have you had any moments where you shut the shit down? Have you had a rage quit moment on stream? Because I've had rage.
Well, not rage quit. I'm just like okay, this game sucked. I'll have one more game. That game sucked. I'm going to end, guys. Thanks for watching.
It was that moment of like, I'm out. Peace.
Yeah.
I saw it.
I've done that yet.
I was going through clips. Oh shit! It might have even been an offshoot of your clip of flipping the chair, and because it wasn't related to you in any way, but or maybe it was because flipping the chair. I don't think it was, but you know how when you watch a clip on Twitch, it then kind of goes, hey, there's another clip here you might want to watch. And it was this random little like look, it was this kid. He had like kind of like a bowl cut. He was a little bit overweight. That's fine. But he was sitting his thing, playing Grand Theft Auto roleplay, but he was gearing up for a big race. Saying, I watched a bit of his VOD because I was so intrigued about the lead up to this moment. And it was this big race, like in GTA RP. And he was coming around a corner, and he's like, and he clips a wall, and his car fucking spins out. Everyone passes him, and he just goes, bam, with his controller at the floor, and he's like, then I'm gonna call it for today, guys. Yeah, catch you tomorrow. Bye. And he just ends it. And it's like, what the fuck? You heard the controller break, by the way. Like, that controller was never going to be the same. And I was like, it's crazy. Like, I've definitely had rage moments in games. My desk is a little banged up from Hearthstone and Fortnite.
Yep.
Do you feel like people that have these moments on stream, do you reckon that could come back and haunt them? Because talking about like... Do you reckon
people
it's?
kind
Do you
of
reckon
love
it's?
the rage at times.
Yeah, but like, do you reckon it could be incriminating? Like at a point, say if someone accuses you of something, they're like, you know, but then people dig that up and go, yeah, well, look, if you look here in evidence A, he's shown aggressive tendencies. Do you think there's no problem with showing a bit of realness and aggression on screen, or do you reckon people need to like? Do you think it's something that people should learn to like rein in and be careful? Do you reckon it's dangerous in a way to have that floating around of you showing that vulnerability?
Yeah, it's not good to show that much. Like,
even though I fucking love watching it. I love watching a kid smash his controller and lose his shit on stream and be like, but it's like, but then for him and his growth and whatnot, I mean, that could grow him for the minute, but could that be something down the track? And it's all that whole thing about digging up old tweets when people get bigger. It's like, is there? I mean, you look at Ninja and he's like, hey, you little shit, like to kids and stuff. So I mean, and that didn't ruin his career, so I guess that's fine.
But that's Ninja.
But that's Ninja. That's right. But it's one of those things, bro.
That's why when I get ragey, I just calm it down for a second, and then just keep playing.
It's so hard to do, though, isn't it?
It's got like quick scene change and just. That's why I had like a meditation zone at one.
I was gonna say, I thought you had like a meditate. Yeah, because it's like perfect place to go to a place of tranquility. Just fucking meditate, one of these ones. Yeah, 100%. Brother, thank you so much for the chat today. Is there anything you want to cover? Is there anything you want to...
You wanted to ask me about my face.
Yes,
I'm still curious.
Yes, I did. See, I've got like 3 pages of things.
And it's all just face.
No. But it's so easy to like tangent, and I want to ask other things on certain topics that I don't then come back to that, and then the podcast finished and go, shit, I didn't ask it. Yeah, so your face, you got like a bit of an iconic smile, but I noticed... That one, great smile. You got rid of your emotes, your 2-part emotes. You've changed them up.
I changed it. I don't know, because I got my new Gremlin emotes and like the Mal one and stuff. So I was going towards that, but now I feel like I should bring back the smile look. And now I've got the moustache back. So the main reason I got rid of it because I didn't have the moustache still. I was like, okay, this is a bit. No one's going to use this now.
The original growth of the Mo, was that for like Movember or just for
that was for Movember.
Okay. And
so I had to shave it off.
Shit. So what, you grew it back now just because of the aesthetic?
I got lazy. I had a beard. Like a little beard for like 3 weeks, and I was just like, trim the beard off. I'm just going to leave the Mo.
I don't know if I saw you with the beard. How'd the beard go? Did it come in?
Well, I didn't stream, so you couldn't really see it.
Yeah, exactly. But have you thought of growing like it? Because you got the nice Mo though. It's a thick Mo. It's good.
It's delicious.
Yeah, you're gonna keep it for a while. It's like definitely
for a bit.
Yeah. No, 100%. No, because I was thinking that. Like I noticed. And what's the relation to the Gremlins? Is it like the movie, or is it?
It's just like I used to always call people Gremlins when I started streaming. You little gremlin.
They call them cuties.
And now I call them cuties, but like I still like the Gremlins, like they're cool, like the art on them. So I just I want to keep them for a bit.
Yeah, your new emotes look dope, by the way. They look awesome. So definitely like not like, oh, why'd you swap it out for this one? And they still look awesome.
Let's see if I can pop it in here quickly.
Yeah, but that smile was iconic, dude. Fucking iconic. So I
even have Mal as an emote.
Who's Mal?
My dog, Mal.
Oh, Mal. How quick I forget. Yeah, of course. All right. Yeah, very cute. Oh, so cute. With the red kind of... It's so unique, like all black, but then the red kind of...
Yeah, he has like ginger.
Yeah, it's so unique. I love it.
Dark mode, you can't see Mal. He's invisible.
I'm on dark mode. I can still see it. It took me a second to like... Yeah, it's like a magic eye. You have to kind of just like... Oh, yeah, I see it now. 100%. Brother, thank you so much for coming on. Mate. Thank you for trusting me when I asked you, because I had took a lot. Yeah, I had to do some things I'm not proud of, let's just say. But yeah, I mean, I did. I asked you. I had nothing to show you, and you were so accommodating, and I thank you so much, man. Hopefully, I can have you on again down the track for another. We've had a damn good chat, and hopefully, I didn't throw too many curveballs.
No, it was all pretty standard, mate.
Oh, good.
Except for the panties part.
Yeah, I was hoping to get more out of you. I was hoping that would be like the dish in the dirt moment where you go, well, I have a story about used panties.
I think I have a collection.
Well, actually, you pull down the green screen. It's just your perfect glass cabinet of like
panties. How would I order the panties, man? How would I order them? Oldest to newest?
Oh, in how off color they are.
Nuts. Smelliest to least smelly. This is taking a bad turn.
God. Well, everyone knows we've thought about this too much now. Bags, thank you so much. If anyone wants to find you, plug. You know where to find me. This part of the segment we call plug yourself, which sounds terrible.
Well, I always plug myself, and the name's Bagzmystro. You can find me at Bagzmystro, I guess, on Twitch or on. No, I don't have YouTube. On Twitter, I think it's Bagzmystro AU.
Yep.
And that's really about it. We got Obrags now for the house.
Obrags, get on it. Go give it a follow. Be one of the first. Be one of the first.
Yeah, it's only released today.
That's so big.
Fresh.
That's big. Look forward to seeing that tweet. Make sure you guys.
Hasn't even been announced on Twitter, so you guys are the first to know.
That's fucking huge, dude. I'm actually very hyped that we're one of the first to know. Well, thank you again, man. Have a great rest of your night, and I guess we'll chat down the track, brother. And I look forward to your return on streaming as well on Twitch.
Right. Soon enough, once Centrelink comes in.
Oh, it better be. Let's start a GoFundMe to get Bags back on Twitch. Yeah,
that's the dream.
Let us be your Centrelink. That's how the internet works these days, isn't it? Just the internet is like.
I don't think I want that.
I know, too much accountability. All right, man. Take care of yourself.
You too, mate.
Catch you on the next one. See you, brother.
See you, mate.